Yo, I put it like wow, this that sound. These oaks don't work hard like me, I hope they know by now. Bayo Bab, stand my ground. Bro, these money trees go overseas like Percy Tau. I make sure you stay around, quiet when I'm under loud. No negatives allowed, me positivity took a vow. I always play to win, don't anticipate loss. Mind always in the clown, my boy. Never think about the drop, never ever ever think about the drop.
I am a man who was once accused of being racist. That happened in the studio by a guy called Sipo. He accused me of being racist, but I'm not a racist. And that's how I'm going to start the show today. On the back foot.
Wait. Like, why? What is my number one rule to you?
What?
Don't explain, Chief. What's going to explain? You sound like a politician otherwise.
But I'm not a racist.
That's racist.
That voice is that handsome face and voice is the voice of Senzo Stebe. Senzo, what's happening, Carl?
Nothing much, my man. How are you?
Hey, umuntu you know.
Yakowisha.
Yavuyalala.
Hey, mfethu. Yeah, it's we got G. We keep going. We go again.
So what else is news? I mean, there's crazy stuff happening on this planet.
Oh no, there's it's actually unhinged. Like
social media is a gift.
No, it is a gift. Like you just go through your timeline and people are saying sensational stuff, and some of these guys work for the biggest like corporate giants in the country, and I'm just like, you just tweet, eh?
Talk to me about Aaron Rodgers just lying to the whole.
What?
What is with that guy, bro?
No, I'm allergic. What are you allergic to? I don't know.
I mean, what's going on now?
No, do you know what it is? It's when you grew the hair.
Yeah, ne?
It's when someone grows their hair, especially when it's like a Caucasian male.
Yes.
Once their hair goes past,
yeah,
then when you can start tying a ponytail, you know, this guy's going through some stuff.
Because his thing is he's become too Hollywood now, right?
Yeah.
It's like sport is still real and brutal. He forgot that he's just an athlete. Like at the core, the beauty of LeBron is he's never forgotten he's an athlete. Yo, Aaron Rodgers, there's doing enough, and then there's doing the most, and then there's doing too much.
But what do you say? Don't ever forget that the main thing is the main thing, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing.
No, the main thing, the great Stephen Covey says, the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing.
Yeah, because now
Aaron Rodgers, he's now chief. The guy says he wants to be a Jeopardy host, and now he's a. Is he now a virologist in his mind?
Man.
Now he's taking medical advice from Joe Rogan. I love Joe Rogan, but come on, now.
What part of the game is that, bro?
Hey, I don't know, bro. Listen, there's T20 cricket coming up. Antonio Conte is at Spurs, and then we have got West Ham. Will they make the top four? I'll tell you that and much, much more. Ryan James says the ocean is looking lavish today. Now Ryan, a man who is obviously, he just found out he's 1/4 Jewish, obviously Irish, very, very much ginger head in the beard region of himself, but hey, hardworking guy. He is taking a break. He's in Cape Town, I believe, living all of his best life. So shout out to Ryan. The ocean is looking epic, he says. If you're joining us for the first time, by the way, welcome. This show is called the MKT Show. Remember to like, share, subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000 if you're joining us on YouTube. Otherwise, the podcast is available on cliffcentral.com, the Cliff Central app, Spotify, or wherever you may get your podcast. Great show coming up today, and all of that is coming up after this. If there's one thing about men, is they generally respond to naked women, and I think that's the way to bring the show back.
No, bro, it goes without saying, man. Like, well, that depends if you're hetero.
Generally, which is why I say generally, not always. It's important, yeah. So you're 100%. If you're aggressively heterosexual, naked women will often get you to respond. Whether negatively or positively, you'll get a response.
But we always say on the show that what do we respond to as men? I mean, what do we do? 90% of what we do is for the fairer sex.
It is. And you know who knows that? It's Austria. Because I don't know if you know this, right? James, you'll love this. James, you will love this. If you haven't heard it, it'll blow. Are you wearing socks today, James?
It'll blow.
Why do you say that like there's days where I don't wear socks?
Well, I don't know what your personal life is like. Well, what do you think I am? Your mom. I'm not at your house in the morning.
I am wearing socks today, yeah.
Well, they're about to be blown off.
Oh, no. Don't do that.
Well, speaking of blowing.
Well, whoa.
Yeah, well, in Austria right now, I don't know what the correct word is. Mm-hmm. So let's say the oldest business in the world, right? If you know what I'm talking about, shout out to you. But basically, in Austria, there is a facility which facilitates the oldest business in the world, where men can come and choose the woman they like in exchange for a vaccine jab.
No way.
What? No.
See, I knew you guys would love it.
Wait, what?
Wait.
What country is this in again?
Austria.
No way.
Yeah, that's
Really,
happening.
really?
Yeah. So there is, yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
So you can go there and you could say, listen, I want someone that looks like Miss Universe. And
No. Well, I guess she has to work there. I mean, which is still quite incredible, right? Because there's probably tiers. It's like Uber X, Uber Black.
Okay, I get it.
But you can choose whichever lady you like,
That's
provided
available.
you're going to take a shot, a vaccine.
That's
Yeah.
provided you're going to take a shot. I like what you did there.
It's a la carte.
A la carte.
I have a question.
Hey.
So,
Go ahead.
with some vaccines,
Yes.
right, like Johnson & Johnson,
It's one jab.
You do the one jab, right?
Yeah.
What if you do Pfizer and then you need to do two jabs? You have to choose two, or how does that whole situation work?
You see, I knew you would go that way immediately but you're a typical guy, and it tells me you're extremely. Your first question wasn't about the lady. What about her? How do we protect them? So it shows that this is going to work because you're already thinking, how can I double this? How can I go for two shots
No, that's
instead
not
of
why
one?
I'm asking the question.
Well,
I'm just wondering.
Look, it was your first question. So, because you're a guy, right? And like I was saying, is you want to get guys to respond, and you've already seen with James's response there. At no stage is James worried about how do we protect the ladies. James is thinking, oh my goodness, how do I get the Pfizer one so I can go back twice. And James, that's not your fault. Those are genetic drivers, pal. Those are genetic drivers. Oh, survival's a powerful thing.
So James, you want to repeat to offend, my boy? Okay, you're not offending anyone.
No.
I'm sticking to my guns. That wasn't the reason I was asking.
No, you want to go back for seconds.
But immediately that. But you know what I mean? His
point.
angle was like, oh, it's possible to go twice. I should ask that. Yeah. But most guys are thinking that. By the way, James, that's not just you.
No,
It was my first thought as well. Is are guys now going to go the Pfizer angle? Sir, we only offer Johnson & Johnson. I'll wait. I'll wait for the Pfizer because that's definitely happening, right?
So double jab.
Yeah, Austria, it's going to happen. So yeah, that's just what's happening in Austria. Guys are saying pop into a brothel if you're into being vaccinated. And guys will do this because guys will respond to any naked lady if you present your case half decently and you're naked.
There was this one magazine. It was a gadget magazine. It used to get Oaks all the time in the library at St. David's. Because they wanted us to sit in the library and read.
Yes.
They used to put a very nice looking model on the cover.
Yeah.
You open it, you're like, how are the goods? It's just nerds talking about gadgets and stuff. The disappointment in Oaks' faces.
Yeah. No.
Remember FHM?
Yes.
What happened to that magazine?
To firecrackers on the cover. Is FHM still a thing? James,
I highly doubt it.
James, your era, did you guys ever hear about FHM? There was once the gift to all teenagers in my time was something called a lady called Candice Hildebrandt, wherever she is.
Candice Hildebrandt.
Thank you, my sister. But FHM cover, right, was like the thing for between 13 and 18 for me. Oh, FHM ladies, wowzers. Still a thing for you or not? Was that a thing in your time?
Me personally, or
no, your generation.
Now I have to be careful.
No, you do need to be careful. Was FHM still around when between your ages of 15 and 18?
Yeah. Who was the one that always appeared? There was one chick that was always on the cover that a lot of guys lost their minds about. I can't remember her name now for the life.
We can't. I mean, I think I know who you're thinking about, but her husband was once on the show.
Oh, yeah, and you cannot.
Yeah, he was a professional cricketer.
No, do you not used to get people going on FHM?
Yes.
Top 100 sexiest.
Oh yeah, everyone saved for that edition.
Everybody got that one.
Yeah.
I remember it came out and we were on Rugby Choice of Bloom.
Yes. Yeah.
The amount of magazines that had to be confiscated on that bus ride. Your teachers were sitting on stash, my boy.
And the thing with guys at that age is nobody's just reading it by themselves and doing what they must.
Check it out.
Brew, check out number 37. But,
it's like you were there.
No, because I know.
And then Oaks would drop. My favorite was like, okay, Oaks, you're top 5.
Yeah.
Then you compare lists, but you're like, no, man. And we once had a commission for, and bear in mind, we're Bloom and we're playing a rugby game the next day. Oaks aren't sleeping because the lists are being compiled. But no, Oaks, something's wrong with it. Like, look, bro.
These are guys, though. These are like, if you want to know what young guys, men are up to, this is what they're up to, right? And now take that over the top. Boarding school, we are very bored out there. I mean,
yeah,
you can only see
in the Midlands.
You can only see the St. Anne's girls so many times. You know, like,
yeah.
And that number's not really changing for 12 months. FHM comes out. Are you kidding me?
We've got something else to talk about.
You?
Yo, but I'm going to Joburg this weekend. Oh, maybe I might see you at the party. I'm going to ask my brother about it.
Meantime, anyway, that was a whole different time. So FHM still a thing, huh, Jimbo?
Yeah.
For other people, obviously, not you.
No, not me.
You're happy. Your lady.
I'm a good Christian boy.
Yeah. Plus, you're still just holding hands with your lady.
No.
Oh, no holding hands before
not even
marriage.
looking at her. I don't even know what she looks like.
Yeah, that's true.
Not until marriage, dude.
That's true.
But do you know the thing
Afrikaans burqa lady.
But do you know the thing is about FHM as well? They had like, it's the most guys magazine ever. Besides it being like, it wasn't like porn because they didn't bear it all.
Yeah,
they didn't bear it all. It was underneath soft core.
Yeah.
But it's still that like content. Like it'd have like sports content and like 1,000 ways to drink beer or like
Do you know
stuff
who
like that.
Censor was? after Senzo saying that, you know who he was?
Yeah?
He was the one that got caught with an FHM magazine and said, "No, I read it for the
For the fashion advice. No, bro, I dig the watches. Yeah, so yeah, all right. It's page 18 is a little sticky, pal. No, bro. No, I was eating a burger.
Senzo was that guy,
So,
dude.
yeah, come on. We all gents. Come on.
Do you know what did to the one Oak for I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
So Oaks that used to fall asleep on so he used to share somebody.
Yes.
So Oaks that used to fall asleep. We used to plant them. So then we used to put on the TV and put it on Emmanuel. And then we used to put an FHM magazine in the drawer. So when we go, hey boy, what have you been watching? One guy he was a good Christian boy, Shem.
Yes.
We said, my boy, come on. Man.
Yeah.
You could have just said if you wanted some private time. Now you're going to pretend to sleep and stuff.
Yeah.
Come on, my boy. No, Oaks, I promise you wanted to cry.
So, honestly speaking, the best part of cricket and rugby tours is exactly what you've just spoken about. Forget the rest. Like the playing, everyone there is good enough. You know what I mean? Like we're going to take care of business. We work our tails off.
Yeah.
Now, the stuff that happens especially there's a legendary tour. If you're not from South Africa, I want to tell you, the train trip to Grey Bloem is one of the most epic sort of sporting adventures you can actually take in South Africa. It is freezing cold. They force you to go to the coldest place on earth, and you're going to get trampled, by the way. So the train trip with the lads is possibly the most electrifying couple of hours you could ever have, because let me tell you something about when you just leave guys together and there's no ladies to kind of give us direction, is that there are no bad ideas. Once you leave talented, sort of ego, and most sportsmen are this, you have to be in the first, second and third team. You've got to have a bit of an ego. But then testosterone driven, there are no bad ideas. So Senzo just told you something, which, Senzo, I'd say that's probably the tamest thing that would have happened, right? Like people think, oh, I can't believe that. That's probably so tame compared to the stuff that actually happened. And I would do it all over again because I was a victim of it, plenty of times.
No, but the thing is, like, it shapes you. It shapes you. And, you think at the time that, but like, I think us as people that went to, like, I mean, you can relate to it because you also went to a boarding school, but like, we're kind of from the same mold. It's just that you went to a boarding school but we generally know the same people. And
yeah, I got you.
We all turn out, because we all look out for each other at the end of the day.
Yeah.
No matter if you don't like the Oak at school, but when it comes out outside of school, like, don't worry, come here, my boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's very much the military kind of
approach, it is.
Which is the model. Now, James, you went to Saints. Obviously, you were doing drama. No rugby tours for you. I can't imagine there was too much tomfoolery as you guys were practicing Shakespeare, or were there rapscallions in the drama squad, or whatever you'd call it?
You, sir, would be incorrect.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. I don't know why I got so dramatic about that.
Oh, you did drama.
So
you were the captain of the drama.
We had to do every 2 years a trip to Kersney.
Okay.
Which is down by your side, if I'm not mistaken.
No, very much so. Very, very Midlandsy.
They used to do train trips when my brother was in the younger grades, and then they stopped the train trips like literally just before I got into the college.
Mm-hmm.
So I never experienced the train trips, but we used to do like the 6-hour drives to Kersney on the bus, and then do the weekend there, and then come back. So it was like, I mean, I wasn't really involved in much of it because I'm a loser and I like doing my own thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the guys that were involved did get up to some pretty interesting things.
So what, is this the drama squad? People?
No. It was a sports tour to
I was going to say, yeah, because the drama guys...
It was a winter sports tour.
We once did something very sinister.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to say what year we were in.
Yeah.
And we went to some part of
South Africa.
Yes. And we waited for lights out.
Yes.
And there was a barman.
Yes.
Who was entrusted with keeping everybody's stock.
Yeah.
And we snuck out, we went clubbing. Buses at 5.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the coaches knew.
They know everything that's happening.
They know. But like, there's no female teachers. It was just...
Yeah, the lads.
But...
I know. I know how that goes. I know. True.
Do you know now you're panicking because now, like, okay, there are 22 of you guys. Now there are about 15 of you guys, and you're panicking. It's 4 o'clock now.
Yeah.
And you're like, Oaks,
Yeah.
Where do we even begin
And there's
to
the
look
guy
for this
vomiting
guy?
in the bathroom. There's always two stragglers.
And there's a guy that went disappearing with a girl.
Oh boy. Oh, breaking news. Sky Sports News. Still a terrible logo, by the way. A terrible logo. Not because the logo is terrible. I quite like it. It is still not the highest quality you can get. I mean, what are they worth? 10 billion? And they can't give me a high definition logo for their Twitter. It's absolutely unbelievable. The leaders in world sports news, Sky Sports News. Breaking news. Rangers boss Steven Gerrard is open to a return to the Premier League as Aston Villa continue their search
Shortly.
for a new manager. So, what do you think about Stevie G leaving Rangers now?
Not to take Villa.
Not, eh?
Not to take Villa, because now if Villa gets relegated,
Yeah.
you know he's going to face the axe, he's going to face the chop.
Yeah.
And he might never manage in the Premier League ever again.
Yeah.
Ever again. It's like now that I saw a couple of days ago, Frank Lampard is being linked with Norwich.
Yeah.
And if Lampard has learned anything, don't take Norwich now.
You think so?
If they get relegated, then what's going to happen?
Tell me this, though. Steven Gerrard's a bit of a unique situation, and I totally agree with you. By the way, I totally agree. But I wouldn't take it if I was Gerrard, because Aston Villa is actually a bit of a poison chalice. They've got big money. Like, you're not going to Norwich. He's going to get there immediately. Stevie G's only in his second year of proper management. He's still not like a seasoned manager. And you know those two, I forget the two investment guys, those two American guys who just took over at Aston Villa.
Yeah, but one of them's Egyptian.
That's not a place to go and play. Like, you don't want to get into the Aston Villa job as your first, like, okay, listen, I love Rangers.
But like it's them and
you know what I mean?
Celtic. Yeah.
If I'm Gerrard, you know what I do? I do this season, I win the title again. I do another season, I win the title again.
And I go test myself like in prop like Europa and stuff like that. I go test myself there.
Cut your teeth.
Yeah, it's just
You know what I mean? Because listen, if there's one thing that's true right now about management, right? It's maybe the most unstable job in the world.
Yeah.
Being in the Premier League is now...
That and managing a hedge fund.
So don't worry about... It's not those days where the Liverpool job isn't going to come around again. Because once they lose Jurgen, it'll probably take them 4 or 5 managers to find the Jurgen magic again. Man United, okay, he'd never go there. But Chelsea, listen, we know they rotate what? Tuchel's another year and a half. That's available.
But my thing is now, do you know how you know you're getting old? Especially like us. These guys, Steven Gerrard, right? Frank Lampard, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah.
You would have seen them start their careers,
Yeah.
end their careers, and now they are managing the team. Like, it's weird. Like, my one uncle said it to me. He's like, you know, it was like when we saw like Brian Robson, we saw him play.
Yeah.
And then we saw him retire.
Yeah.
Then we saw him manage. Now, like, now it's weird.
Yeah, time goes quickly. Now, James, Steven Gerrard, somebody who you probably still have bed covers that have his sort of face wearing the number 8. You've probably got him on your bedside as a bobblehead or whatever because you are a massive Liverpool fan. Steven Gerrard to Aston Villa in the second city of Birmingham. Your thoughts, Jimbo?
I think it's actually quite interesting because... So I see why you guys say he shouldn't take the Villa job. But I also feel like he kind of should. Mm-hmm. The area where it's different for Gerrard and Lampard is that Lampard went immediately to Chelsea, right, as his first sort of managerial position, if I'm not mistaken. That was his first.
Derby.
No, he was at Derby, but I know what you mean. You mean like proper.
Yeah.
He didn't go to like Aston Villa and then Chelsea. Yeah.
So he went to a club like Chelsea, right, which has incredible expectations.
Yeah.
And if you don't meet them, Roman's not one to say, okay, there's always next season. It's I'm sorry, bro. Not even I'm sorry. There's the door. Here's your final check. See you later.
Yeah.
I think the thing at Aston Villa and why I think players like Wayne Rooney or former players like Wayne Rooney have sort of done it the right way is there's less expectation around it. Like Rooney's moved around the smaller clubs, Derby, MLS, here and there, a couple of management stuff there.
Yeah. A couple of ladies with his
Couple of
friends.
ladies
He's hanging out
too.
with his friends at a hotel because they're just his friends. Those ladies were his friends.
Yeah. No, they were just.
They were Rooney's friends.
Yeah.
Senzo, your thoughts on Wayne Rooney and his friends that were on it? They're just his mates. Well, why are you making that face?
Well, yeah, those are.
No, they're just friends. They're catching up. Long lost friends.
And
yeah.
they kiss each other on the lips and they.
No, well, I
No,
mean,
they were wishing each other a safe trip home.
he's an
Okay.
affectionate
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, well,
like
yeah,
also,
and,
it's a new time. Senzo, why can't men be affectionate? What's
Oh,
wrong?
yeah,
with you?
no, I mean, that's their thing.
Do you not want Wayne Rooney to be happy?
No, you can be happy by all means.
Well, you don't sound like you want
My
him to be
thing
happy. It's, James, I don't know if Senzo's got a problem with Wayne Rooney kissing his friends. on
It
the
does sound like he does, which is weird because he used to play for Man United. So that's
Yeah,
strange.
you'd think.
But he's from Liverpool, so.
You'd think, the greatest goal scorer your club's ever produced.
But he's from that England's ever produced.
Yeah.
Oh, but were you saying?
Sorry,
that-
whoa. The greatest goal scorer?
that England's ever
In
produced.
terms of numbers or greatest player England
Who
have ever
scored the most goals for the England national
Wait, is
team?
Wayne Rooney the greatest English player to ever live?
The greatest English striker to ever live.
Better than Lineker, huh?
He scored more than Gary Lineker in an England jersey.
Wow. Man
So
United
when-
fans have
when-
no...
The numbers are there, Chief.
Is he better than Andy Cole?
Their numbers are there.
This is unbelievable.
Who's got the most goals for England?
Wayne Rooney is better than...
The numbers. I'll quote what you say. I'm biased to the data. Who's number one? Who scored the most goals for England national team?
You've got a liver.
But I thought he was from Liverpool. That doesn't.
No, they two. But James, I've said this. Only two good things come out of Liverpool: Wayne Rooney and the Beatles.
Yeah, I got
But were
you.
you saying, oh, he's from Liverpool when he was a Man United player and scoring goals? Or
But
was that
as
a
then,
different hymn sheet we were singing from?
No, we would sing from a different hymn sheet.
Oh,
Hymn sheet.
Okay.
I
I'm just checking.
That must have been tough for you, though, when Rooney was scoring on debut, scoring a hat-trick. Was that Fenerbahce? When he scored that hat-trick on debut and they said, oh, he's arrived. This guy's here. That must have been tough having to support a Liverpool guy.
but
Luckily, he's from Everton.
Yeah. So my question is
Oh, you
that.
see all these conditions this guy's to put in.
Yeah, it's my life.
He's applied.
You're a piece of work.
It's my
Let me
life.
tell you something. Send us you're a piece of work and I love it.
Look, okay. So like my thing is now, okay, we're speaking about all these former players, right?
Yeah.
So there are three avenues you can go as a former player, right? If you want to remain in football. Which route would you go? Which one do you think cements your legacy more?
Uh-huh.
If you own a club, you go the David Beckham route.
Yep.
Own a club. Or you become like a legendary pundit.
Mm-hmm.
Or you go into management. Which one do you think is where you cement your legacy more?
How good am I? Am I Wayne Rooney, Cristiano Ronaldo levels, or am I Gareth Barry? Because that matters for me.
Let's say you are Wayne Rooney, Cristiano Ronaldo levels.
Pundit.
Pundit.
Yeah, because I don't need... It's so easy. There's no real fallout for opinions. Like Gary Neville, we see now some of the madness he says. He's still... I think Sky signed him for a bigger contract for this contract before he went to Valencia.
Yeah, because for me, if you go the management route, because people can quickly forget what you did as a player once if you go there, and like Steve Bruce, we forget what he achieved as a player.
Well, here's a comment by Andrew Harrison. By the way, you can comment on YouTube and we may or may not read it depending on how on the ball James is in the back there, which should scare everybody. Andrew Harrison says the difference between Lampard and Gerrard is that one won the Scottish Premier League and the other bottled the Championship playoffs. See, now Andrew Harrison is a Liverpool fan and that is a dig at Frank Lampard. I kind of like that. It is a bit of a shot at Frank Lampard. But Lampard wasn't ready for the Chelsea job. I mean, that first year was because the kids played out of their skins, right? And everybody else played badly. Chelsea probably shouldn't have been top four in that first season.
But now we can. Also equate that to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
I was gonna say, right? If somebody is learning a lesson of what being a manager while being a legend is and how quickly people can forget, it's OGS. Like, look at how toxic it's become.
Andrea Pirlo, dude. You've been going for Andrea Pirlo.
One season, they said,
Cheers, boy.
out of here. Seedorf, do you see how the AC Milan treated him?
Gattuso.
That's what I'm saying.
Inzaghi.
Bro, Frank Lampard got fired 10 minutes after it went half wrong by a guy who paid him the most of anybody in the history of Chelsea. He said, nah.
Chief.
And there were plus Lampard, if you want to know how quickly football fans will, when he scored that goal for Man City against Chelsea, already, traitor, this, that, the other, and I don't care who you are. I know how footballers are, and those guys especially, because Frank Lampard's in a 1% of the 1%, right? he loves Chelsea Football Club.
Yeah.
He loves them, and footballers are so sensitive. They are such sensitive people. That loss of connection means the world. So for me, if I'm that level, no way I'm going to.
My thing is that, you see, do you know who's also doing it proper now? Guys like Luis Figo. Luis Figo, he said, guys, I've had my time in the sun.
Yeah.
I'm done. Zidane is coming back for seconds now. And Zidane, I think he just got lucky. He got lucky, and it was so ripe for him.
Bale, Ronaldo,
The only
Kroos, Modric, Ramos at their peak.
you must know when to get out.
People don't, eh?
You must know when to get out, because now, because like guys like Mark Hughes, like, I forget that guy was brilliant.
One of the greatest
Sparky.
players football's ever seen.
That Sparky was brilliant. Now,
One of the greatest players football has ever seen, Mark Hughes. People have forgotten.
and look at his CV and his body of work. Now you see him as a man, you're like, this guy.
Steve Bruce, like you said.
Brian Robson.
Oh my God, Brian Robson. You know what? Roy Keane will overshadow how great Brian Robson was. Because Roy Keane was in that time when it went global. Like, Brian Robson, for old people like me, was the total... Like, listen, Steven Gerrard wouldn't want a piece of that. Lampard wants no piece of Robson. I'd love to sit Roy Keane with a lie detector on, say, who's one guy you don't want a piece of? It's Brian Robson. Because that was a monster. There were two people in that time. My favorite footballer of all time is Zanetti. But my second one, the reason I support Bayern Munich, is a guy called Stefan Effenberg. And then there was Brian Robson at the time. You knew those three.
Stefan Effenberg, and fold up the sleeves and you knew. He's the guy.
Then you knew those three. There was a time when in Europe, just after Liverpool obviously got let back in. Yay! The great. But look now, like you said. So yeah, pundit.
But like, which of these guys, like, who, barring, okay, because international football, like, you just need like whatever. But which of these guys had, like, as a player, like, they did it,
Yeah.
and as a manager they did it? Do you know for me whose overall football career I'd want? Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
No, but Zidane.
So we can't hear you there. Who are you saying?
Zidane, he had a playing career, and he's kind of, well, he was.
Oh, he's done 3 in a row. Yeah.
Three in a row, but he's only done it with one club. Pep,
Yeah, but 3 in a row is still something, bro.
It is something.
but Pep has done it time and time.
Yeah, he's gone
and
to-
time again.
I'll tell you who did your theory perfectly. De Kaiser. Legendary at Bayern Munich. Go and win the World Cup with Germany. I'm out. I'm now just jumping first class flights everywhere. I'm the representative for the Bundesliga for Munich.
But he did manage Germany.
That's what I'm saying. He
Yeah.
won the World Cup as a player and the manager of
But
Germany. And then I'm out.
Deschamps.
See, like Deschamps got ugly. He was at Marseille. You know what I mean? I'm saying to your first theory,
Yeah.
right? Was
Yeah, one. Yeah.
no, come in, manage Germany, win the World Cup. I'm the greatest this country's ever produced, and I'm out.
I'm the Kaiser for real.
He is the Kaiser for real. All right, let's go to a break. Steven Gerrard. Wow, it's popping off. Andrew Harrison says, no, don't you compare OGS to Lampard and Gerrard. They're not the same. OGS is 10 years into his senior management career. He's not a beginner anymore. Now, I take that. That's a very important thing.
That's a valid point.
Wow.
That's a valid point. And to be fair, it's his team now.
Yeah. And it's still... It's rough out here. And now guys are saying, hey, 99 wasn't enough.
That's the thing, man. Oh, it's gonna be so painful. Like, also for me, this is where being self-aware and, like, you know, being too close to something. Now you have to separate the two, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is also a United fan. For me, I would resign, because now there's nothing wrong with admitting that, listen guys, I'm way out of my depth.
But the thing is, with Ollie, and I've heard this, there's no way he'll resign. You know what? I think I've used this example before. Imagine Scarlett Johansson came to me and said, Sion, she could be a crack addict with bipolar. I'm still going to stay with her.
And she must break up with you.
Because there's no way I ever imagined myself with that dream position, right? There's no way. There is no way
He'll
Ole
get
Gunnar
another job like
No,
this.
well, Ollie never in his dreams thought he'd manage Man United. There is no trajectory, no career trajectory in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Even if he has the mentor of all mentors that said, I'm going to end up at Man United. No way.
It's actually, sorry, just can I add one thing?
Yeah.
It's actually interesting that you're speaking about this. I was speaking to the better Eelsley on the weekend.
Yeah, your brother saving kids in Vietnam.
Yeah. He supports Man United, and
Shout out Tristan.
we were saying to each other this weekend how if he really loves Man United and Man United is his like true love, if that makes sense, like he paid for the club and he breathes Man United or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Then he would step down because he wouldn't want to see his club
On his watch, on your watch.
No, but
become what it is now.
Okay, let me explain it to you how I view it. So I disagree with that, right? Is if you are so totally in love with somebody, how many times have you seen somebody who's with an alcoholic or she's a drug addict or she's a drunk, you know what I mean? And you're like, what are you doing with her? But he's so far in love with this person, she's so far in love with this person, there is no out and the lies continue, you know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
And you go, guys, there's no way Ollie saw himself here. Like, imagine to yourself, obviously you're lucky now. I think the relationship analogy is the best. Imagine whoever your relationship crush is who's a celebrity, right? Said, I saw you on the MKT show, see on. And then you get there and she just a mess of a human. But you with Serena Williams now. Like, Serena Williams? Me? With Serena? That's how Ollie feels. It's like,
But you're right also, because like in what universe was he ever going to get you?
the biggest job in world sport, I don't care what anybody says, is still Manchester United.
You're right.
There is no bigger job in world sport than being the face of Manchester
My
United.
thing is, okay.
Guy got kind of relegated, pal.
Okay, I've got a question to ask you after the break.
All right. I'll answer that question. I'd love to hear it. I mean, listen, let's get a poll going here, Jimbo. Maybe if Ollie loves United, should he leave, should he stay, or Norway?
If you love someone thing, set it free. If they
Oslo.
love you, it'll come back.
Oslo, if you love something, set it free.
Okay.
Oslo, if you love something, but there's no way he's leaving. This is the MKT Show. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Steven Gerrard, much more on that coming up after the break. My gosh. Megan Thee Stallion can walk.
I should hope so, because if you name yourself Megan Thee Stallion and you can't walk,
Well, she got shot in both feet by a guy who was her boyfriend. Partner. I mean, boyfriend's a very self-limiting term. Simpiwe Zama Mtetwa says, finally hearing you guys speak about sports. It can be a bit of a shocker on this show. I mean, I know the branding says we're a sports show, but we'll take it wherever it goes, you know? Yeah. Sometimes people are going to get a shot for going to a brothel. And, you get the vaccine shot at a brothel. We need to talk about that. It's big time news. Thabo Padi says, we were talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Man United, him quitting. Thabo Padi says, I disagree. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should never resign. The Glazers need to do the right thing and man the F up. They should fire Ollie. Why should he resign and lose 7.5 mil? Joel, Mfethu, please do the right thing, Chan.
So,
now that's it. Listen, what do you think of that? That's an interesting take.
No, that is an interesting take, but
is there a way for Ollie to get his lawyer to come from Oslo, like Oyfint or whoever?
What does
Oyfint? I need to get the money. Come from Norway. We go and talk to Joe.
The thing is, so what does mutual termination get you?
That's what I'm saying. Is he gets get on the call to the lawyer now, preempt it. Come from Oslo. Yes, I'm Oyfint. Hello, Joel. We need the money.
Yeah, I know.
Because then it's mutual. If Ollie quits, those Glazers have shown you already. We don't care. Cheers. You get nothing. And we just gave you a new deal. Scrap that. So Ollie has to wait it out because I think what is there still in the pot there? About like 20 mil, surely. It's a 3-year deal.
Yeah, there's in the kitty.
So 20 mil, I don't think the Glazers are looking to part with 20 million.
Yeah.
So.
And they're shrewd businessmen.
Yeah, they're guys. They're the guys. I mean, they're the biggest. I believe they look after they have the most retail property in America. Yeah. That's one of their companies. Yeah. So they're not a family that's mucking about. They don't care about how the fans feel. You can go and burn Old Trafford down. They'll build another one. In fact, they'll build it twice as big. Because exactly. You know how Americans are. They want 100,000.
Fly over it again. But my question was to you, right? Do you think Man United is the juggernaut it is because it was always going to be like that because we're like of our history and all that? Uh-huh. Or it's because of the guy that was there 26 years?
I think as with anything this great, it's all about timing, right? Like imagine being Elon Musk 100 years ago. It's pointless. Like Man United got brilliant at the perfect time. Premier League came in. Fergie came in, right? In 86. He got to practice for 4 years. You know what I mean? Then the Premier League came in. So it went from local to global. So you got that. Because Liverpool were brilliant in the 80s.
Bro, do you understand? By the time I was born, right? It had been 27 years and counting that we hadn't touched the league.
Yeah.
It was 18-7 to Liverpool.
Yeah.
And then the Scotsman just said, hold my beer.
No, look, and
I don't think you'll ever see anything like that ever again.
Certainly not in England. Not in our lifetime. But I think it was the perfect timing. You can't have something like that. Fergie came at the right time because the Premier League came and then something else brilliant happened for Man United. Something called the internet happened at the time. So what that meant is for Liverpool, they were brilliant in the 80s, but it happened in the dark. No one saw it outside of people in England. So that's never going to get that Instagram. It's never going to be on the internet. When United got brilliant, the 90s internet boom happened. Wow, who are these guys? Now, not only is it in England, and by the way, Fergie was brilliant with Aberdeen.
That's the thing.
No one knew. It happened in the dark. It was in the 80s. Who cares? Man United got brilliant when the world now could see we globalized. So I think, I don't think it would have just happened. I think also that when they got brilliant, the Premier League money came, which means they got more rich. They got so rich that they were so far ahead of everybody else that it's set in stone now.
But you're right, because the thing is, it also kind of happened same time for Arsenal. And, in that era, they were picking up scraps, but like they were good scraps to pick up.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you were going toe to toe with Fergie, so to speak.
Yeah.
And you did what you did, like you went invincible and all that.
Yeah.
Like just as it was ripe and all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So Man United had just a concatenation of events that came together, and they changed the global sporting landscape. I believe the Premier League with Man United and what they did, and with Fergie coming when he did, the global sporting landscape was never the same again. Because Man United now have been terrible for 8 years. Terrible. And nobody wants to see them in terms of numbers. Nobody's in Africa, in Asia, no one's going to get near those numbers. Liverpool could win another 5 titles in a row. They won't get close to United for what they've done. As I'm pretty sure, I haven't looked at the numbers, but 90s, early noughties, you know, United couldn't get near Liverpool numbers because obviously Liverpool were the powerhouse, and when it came across and the world kind of globalized in the 90s, they were the kings.
But also, do you understand what was happening in Manchester at that time and like in Britain, bro? There was this small band called Oasis.
Yeah.
Where did they come from?
Yeah.
And then there were these group of kids who, like the class of 92, it's so romanticized. And then you get this guy from, this Essex boy.
Yeah.
He's playing for Man United. And he's dating one of the biggest pop stars in the world.
Yeah.
So it just...
It was just...
the fit.
Hand in glove, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Man United. And I don't think destined. I just think, boy, oh boy, it happened at the perfect time.
That is the definition of perfect timing. Because for me, I'll be genuinely honest with you. Genuinely honest with you. For me, there's only one club bigger than mine and more prestigious. It's those guys in Spain.
Yeah, Real Madrid.
Most prestigious club ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Because after Man United, there's only one step up. And you go to Madrid.
Real Madrid is the only thing in football. Like everybody else is playing, you know, everybody else is so far behind. I think we're all playing for second place. But even to Man United, if you're honest with yourself, take the football aside, right? In terms of just playing for a juggernaut, Man United's different. It's a different place. It's a different juggernaut. It's now. Like Man United's big now. You know, as much as everyone else is pretending. I don't know if in our lifetime we can catch up to Man United. Bulelo Gavin says Pep can pull a Fergie. Man City is so Pep that I can't imagine him at another club. Listen, you know why he can't? Like Fergie we must also be honest, right? There is a lot of folklore, but let's also be honest, is that there was no competition. Yeah, like that's something Fergie must also acknowledge, is that, okay, the Liverpool dynasty fell off. United were alone in terms of being organized and ready and being big. It can't happen with Pep now because Chelsea are here, Man United are still here, Liverpool are coming, Aston Villa are coming, Newcastle now.
My thing is, do you know what the thing is like for Pep? It's not that Pep is so Man City. Thing is, do you know what the thing is with Pep? Pep will always, and it's like I put it like this way, it's like Michael Jackson when he made Thriller. Pep's Thriller is that Barca team.
Yeah.
And we'll never see anything like that ever again. And Pep will always be chasing that in his mind, and he'll never recreate it.
And also, I think we've seen from his personality now. At his own club, it was 4 years at Barcelona. 4 years he wore out Bayern Munich. And now we can already feel at Man City. So Fergie's uniqueness, you must remember, it's like in banking, right? What do all smart people tell you? Compound interest.
Yeah.
Is that Fergie stayed for 27 years. So the whole thing was him. At Man City, as much as people think it's Pep, they don't care about Pep Guardiola. We've seen that. As soon as he gets out, they've probably lined up the next 3 guys already. So, but also there's too much competition. It's like golf. Think of it like golf.
Saying.
Tiger Woods, when he came and was an athlete, he was the only one in the world. So he was so far ahead that by the time everyone else, Phil Mickelson, decided the dad bod thing must end, it was too late.
But it's like Jordan and
exactly.
Michael Jordan.
There was only one. Now there's too much competition, bro. There's just too much competition. Man City are too much.
My thing is as well, also...
sorry, Chelsea are here, Liverpool are here, and Man United.
The only way Pep will be like Fergie or thereabout is if he gets it. He has to go quadruple.
Now, are you saying in England? Because I think he's a better manager. He's done too much.
Yeah.
Fergie did it in the comfort of home.
Yeah. No. Pep has revolutionized the way we play football.
But you're saying in England?
Yeah.
I agree. No, nobody's ever going to be Fergie. Stop. But it's too much now. And also the world culture has changed, right? Is that it's not an honor, I don't believe, right? to stay for 10 years anymore. Managers want to try new things.
Yeah.
Like, look at Pep. He's already shown you, I'm global. Spain, hey, forget that. I'm in Germany.
Done it.
I'm in England. He might say, nah, tired of this. I want to go manage Spain.
So, here's another thing.
Yeah.
Treble
Yeah.
or invincible? You as a manager, which one is better for you?
Treble or invincible? Treble. Treble's harder. There's just so many more circumstances, I would say, that need to happen. It's far, far harder to win a treble. Because especially for 2 of the trophies, is you have to get 2 finals right against the second best team in whatever that tournament is, or at least tied first team. It's just impossible, I would say, and then also win the league title. So you've got to be perfect in 3 tournaments. Listen, invincible is special, but there's lots of teams who've lost 1 game in a season, 2 games in a season, which shows you it's more possible.
You.
But I don't know. What do you think? What would you rather do?
I'd say treble as well.
It's much harder.
Because you could be like, you could be having just like a bad week and you've got a cup tie
Yeah.
and so-and-so is unavailable and it just takes that 1 game, knockout game. You're gone.
You know what? You don't even need a bad week. You need a bad 15 minutes. Imagine you concede 3 in a cup quarter final. It's over. A bad 15 minutes, your left back's hamstring's tight. He's not sure. We'll sub him at halftime. He gets skinned. You know what I mean? The keeper drops one in the net. A bad 15 minutes ends a treble.
Yeah, because Arsenal, for all that being invincible and stuff, right?
Yeah.
They've only got 1 trophy to show for it.
No, but they must stop. But why? Do Arsenal fans suggest we're invincible, so we what? Are they trying to... I hope they're not... I hope there's no Arsenal fans who ever try and compare Wenger to Fergie. Like, come on. Let's not do that.
They're like, he gave him toe-to-toe. I said, okay, let's count.
No, come on.
I said, I've got enough fingers on one hand
Yeah.
to count Wenger's Premier League titles.
No, come on.
98, 2000,
Yeah.
2002. I said, if Fergie was a club on his own,
Yeah.
he'd be the third most successful club.
Yeah.
Tie with Arsenal for titles.
Yeah.
And with 2 more Champions Leagues.
And also, there's a guy called Pep Guardiola who's in town right now, who's already outstripped him. I mean, sorry, what does Pep... Again, you know why Wenger will never be... Even Mourinho, I take Mourinho over Wenger. You know why? Is that, there was only Man United then that he had to compete against, right? Mourinho was clocking guys when United were in town, Arsenal were in town, and now this is the hardest Premier League ever, right? This is the hardest league in the history of sport that's happening right now. You've never seen anything like the Premier League like it is right now, right? And Pep Guardiola is saying, nah, gentlemen, take a seat.
Now, here's another question.
Yeah.
Who destabilized it more? Was it the arrival of Mourinho and this rebranded Chelsea?
Yeah.
Because for me, let's not get it twisted, guys. Do you know what I don't like? When people compare, Chelsea and City are the same thing, guys. I go, guys, Chelsea were not rubbish before Roman's money.
Yeah.
They were not rubbish.
Yeah.
City was, on the other hand.
Yeah.
But I said, guys, do you know when Mourinho came?
Yeah.
That guy upset a lot of people. So
Yeah.
who do you think destabilized it more? Was it Mourinho or was it Pep?
I would say Jose Mourinho, because of the way Roman came in, is that...
It was brash and obnoxious.
And Arsenal and Man United weren't ready. Like, everyone saw City coming. It took a while. They did a Mark Hughes thing. You know what I mean? It took them 4 or 5 years to really get into it. You know what I mean? Was Mourinho, it just... Like, he won the Champions League at Porto. So it's not like some guy who... Like, it was like this monster came immediately and Roman just bought... Immediately. You know what I mean? Like you said, it was so
brash.
brutal.
It was brash.
And United and Arsenal were almost like, huh? Like this. And also the rules weren't set up. Like the league was kind of ready for Man City to try and control them. Yeah, now you know what I mean? The league didn't have a framework for Roman Abramovich. They had never been in a monster like him.
For me, I felt like at a stage, I remember, it was after Mourinho took it from Arsenal.
Yeah.
After that Invincible, and he took it from Arsenal. And Chelsea started doing their thing. I was like, guys, it might be a while till we taste this thing again. I said we are comfortable second, third.
Yeah.
Comfortable second, third.
Yeah.
And it's not even close. And also, just like the model of players that were at...
Yeah.
Guys, Chelsea were complete.
Yeah, Ballack. I mean, we had 8 captains at a stage, international captains playing in the team. Oh, Ballack was in there, Drogba was in there, Terry was in
I
there.
even forget that Peter Cech was like Pete. He was Peter Cech.
Yeah, no, he's the second greatest keeper the Premier League's ever seen after Schmeichel, in my opinion.
Well, could be first if you're counting clean sheets.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
Schmeichel,
but like,
let's not muck about. Yeah, let's keep it real here. Yeah, no, this was a thing. Like, you just... Ashley Cole's probably the best wing-back England's ever had. Maybe the best the Premier League's ever seen.
When we were getting linked with Iron Robin and Chelsea, we were like, nah,
No, man.
come play here.
Yeah. No, that was officially happening. And that was some team. Malouda, people forget about him. He was an absolute monster.
Drogba.
Yeah. Drogba, Cole, Jeremy at a stage was an animal. Essien. I mean,
Essien,
you're talking Makelele.
Yeah.
You're talking the best of the best. Ivanovic. You know, that team.
Ricardo Carvalho.
And it was Ricky Carvalho, I believe the greatest centre-back Chelsea have ever had. Listen, those were men. That era was man. That was unbelievable what Roman did there. So I'd say Roman. Hey, Jimbo, let's take some comments on this topic. I think it's an interesting one. It is an interesting one to see where we go from here. James, you think Jurgen could turn Liverpool into like 4 or 5? Or I think he's done personally. We'll talk about Jurgen a bit later. But would you want to be kind of in the mix? You think Liverpool, any chance with the way Man City and Chelsea are going at the moment over the next 4 or 5 years?
In terms of...
Yeah, titles. What do you think? Like 3 or 4 titles possible?
I think very possible. He's just out of time. I think because I think his contract ends end of next season, and he says he wants to take a break from football, and he's already extended his...
Yeah, his wife probably. That's why those thirst trap pictures are coming out.
That's why he's single.
Because she served him the divorce papers saying, yeah, but you promised.
It's true.
Hey, it happened to Fergie, by the way. I'm not sure if you've read his book. He was supposed to...
2001.
He was supposed to retire 2001. And then the season that he did retire, which was 12 years later. So Kathy had already said the previous season, you remember when Ronaldo, the red card against Real Madrid, I don't know if you remember in that final season why he was so angry, because he was supposed to go the season before, but then the Aguero incident happened.
And he said, not like this.
So Kathy had already said, this is it. And then Fergie came home and...
He said, not like this.
So that happened to Fergie. So people mustn't think that Jurgen Klopp's marriage is stable right now. Kathy was... Alex, she probably sounds like... It's time to go. That's Scottish. You know? I'm saying, James. That's Kathy Ferguson. She's the wife to Alexander Ferguson.
Like,
So Senzo actually missed a joke that he could have made just now.
What's that?
When he said, hold my beer, or he said, Sir Alex said, hold my beer.
hold my scotch.
There you go.
No,
Hold
he'd
my
probably
scotch.
say her. That's how he sounds. You never heard Alex Ferguson talk. The
But he
Scottish
doesn't
accent.
sound like he's...
It's like, geez, like, flippin' just get that phlegm out of your chest.
Breaking news. I just saw this tweet from Sky Sports, and it's Arteta, right? He's saying, I'd like him to be more present at the club. I think the players would love him, benefit, and be inspired to have him around.
Who?
And I think it would be good. It would be a huge boost. He says, I want Wenger to be more present at Arsenal. No, don't do it, because you're going to have a situation like Sir Alex Ferguson at United.
Also, you know what? Don't ever, I'll always say this, don't ever get back with your ex-girlfriend. Don't ever get back with your ex-girlfriend. Don't do, because you know what happens? You know what happens to guys is you start to feel sorry for yourself three dates later, and you're like, oh man, better the devil I know. But the reason you broke up will always exist. Do not get back with your ex-girlfriend. The Wenger times were good. Don't try to be happier than happy. It's over now. Like, you have to move on from the guy. And you know why Wenger shouldn't come back? The way it ended was so ugly. There's no way for him to walk in there and still be Arsene Wenger. It was so ugly, dude. Like, how do you get over that? Like, imagine you break up with your girlfriend on Instagram, and now you expect to, you're being so tough, get back with me. No! You don't get to treat Wenger how you treated him at the end, and he comes back. Imagine, the man's got pride, dude.
But I also just think, like, even, you know, I said it's going to be like Ole at United. Bro, imagine every Saturday, right?
Yeah.
You have this buddy
Yeah.
who was there for 27 years. He's got a statue outside. He's got a whole stand
Yeah.
named after him. He's sitting in his stand, and then he'll go talk to this other guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard of him, so Bobby Charlton.
Yeah.
And they're both still there, and they're looking at over your shoulder all the time. That's not fun, bro.
honestly speaking, I think it's, if you look at like Tesla and people like that, I think it's a big part of modern day success is that they're nimble, right? Is Man United's a little bit stuck in those ways. It's part of Chelsea's success. It's part of Man City's success. There's no template. We don't care how we roll. We just want to win. United and Arsenal are so caught up in playing the Arsenal and the United way like it's holding them back. Like Chelsea don't care. Hey, we'll fire the manager. We'll get 10 new players. We don't care what you think.
You've said such a good point, because the thing is, like, we were used to, some kid is going to save us. Guys, right now, if you don't have stacks...
Yeah. And spend them.
You're not getting close to anything.
Gutlenkosi says, what's happening to Ollie is death by 1,000 cuts. Rival fan chants, pundits, media, player leaks, and fan channels. This is going to seriously harm his future job prospects. Now, that's another reason he won't quit. I think you touched on it a little bit earlier. Where does Ollie go from here?
He'll never get a job this big again.
So, because what's the next level down? Tottenham. Like Tottenham
won't go near him after
Aston
this.
Villa. Like who's in there? Everton.
They won't go near him after this.
He's not getting that job.
They won't go near him after this.
Boy, oh boy. Lulama Kabaga says, Andre Director said he won't resign. Why should Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
That's unbelievable.
We have international viewers who won't know who that is. That is the CEO of Eskom, by the way. Yeah. So if he's not resigning, why should Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
Yeah. But
listen, you're not breaking up with Serena Williams. I'm sorry. If you're just some normal dude and Serena Williams said, hey, boo-boo, I'll be playing tennis. I'll be the best in the world. Okay, okay. She is from the hood. So
she's from Compton.
Is that racist? James, your look there, are you saying I'm being a little bit racist by saying Serena Williams probably say, I don't know, your ass be fine, boy. You holla at me. And then, ooh, let's be booed up. Serena Williams. Yeah, that's Senzo. That's Serena Williams who sounds like that.
Yeah, well, my thing is that now. Okay, my thing
is that a little bit. Nah, I think it's about right.
Do you know what you don't come back from, guys? There are 2 jobs that will ruin you.
That's Serena. James, Serena Williams, she'd be like, ooh, you straight up crazy. You be come home, my man be crazy. I'll be like,
but a man is white.
Ooh,
so.
You ain't be home on time. He be so crazy. I be calling my sister
God.
Venus. I say, Venus, I'm over here backhands till I ain't so stressed out. Y'all mean?
No, man.
Serena Williams. Talking to her sister. Mm-hmm. And I'll be saying my sister like white people be using. I ain't be saying my sister. That's how she talks.
I think the only person in the world that's going to agree with you with your Serena impersonations is in the comments.
Yeah.
Robin says, Serena would so say that.
What?
I don't see it, bro.
That sounds exactly like Serena Williams. Why?
Beyonce would say it.
Yeah. Beyonce. Sometimes you forget with Beyonce that she's country, eh?
Dude, so with Beyonce, guys, let me tell you how you know Beyonce is. Must I tell you how you know people are country in America, no matter how famous they are?
Yeah.
You see it with LeBron James as well.
Yeah.
Look at the spelling of their names.
Yes, yeah.
Look at Beyonce, that she's got a stylized E.
Yeah, a small nyana deelteken there.
LeBron James is capital E, lowercase e, capital B.
Yeah,
I said, this man is the guy.
He's the guy, hey? Yeah. But Beyonce, you know what the problem is?
Beyonce carries hot sauce in her
so
bag.
rich. What?
Hot sauce in her bag, boy.
Is that a real thing?
Oh, that woman do it. No.
Wait, you say she probably does, hey?
But Beyonce Solange, come on, boy.
And she be like, sometimes Beyonce will be on an interview.
But you forget she's from Texas.
That's what I'm saying. But she's so rich and so brilliant that you forget that sometimes. I don't know. Mamu's B.I. Wait, what?
Beyonce. There's no name like that. She put Beyonce on the map.
And she's country for real, bro.
She's proper country.
But does not. It stuns me sometimes.
Of course, it shocks me.
Like,
Baby girl is so beautiful, but damn it, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You know Jay-Z, when Jay-Z busy wild, and then when he brings Kanye to the house and Kanye's drunk and he goes,
ooh, you done bought this crazy boy into my house. Solange, we be out in the town tonight.
Check your boy.
That's Beyonce, James. That was Beyonce. It wasn't Serena.
I have a feeling that's not.
Yeah, that's probably her.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so Beyonce be like, see, my man be telling me, and I say, Solange, he crazy. Solange, don't be getting in that elevator, okay?
You can be jigger up in the streets, but not in my house.
No, yeah, these ain't no streets, okay? These ain't no streets. I'll be
This ain't the Marcy Project.
yeah, I'll be pumpkin and corn or whatever.
Yo, meatloaf
Meatloaf
and grits.
Well, they do eat corn. Most of them.
and grits.
You aren't doing the finger thing enough.
Oh,
You're doing
wow.
This,
Oh, so I'm the racist.
but you gotta do this.
Okay. All right, James. I thought.
But like, which goes back to my point. Do you know there are 2 jobs you don't come back from after you've done absolutely nonsense?
Yep.
You don't come back from the England job, England
Yep.
managerial job. Look at everybody who's taking it afterwards, what they've done with their career.
Yeah.
And you don't come back from Man United.
And also, don't cheat on Beyonce because Jay-Z has had a tough one.
No, but he's still married to her and he's a billionaire, so.
Must be a nightmare, hey? Who's it a nightmare for? For Beyonce? Because Beyonce could be with any dude in the world, and now she's staying with Jay-Z.
I've said if Beyonce breaks up with Jay-Z, the only man she can be with afterwards is
Bezos.
number 44.
Who's that?
Barack Obama. He's the only guy who's strong enough, I think.
Yeah, because she must be.
He's the only guy who's strong enough, like who's got the CV.
Hey, but Michelle Obama's got huge hands. She'd backhand him.
Ah, Michelle Obama, stop nonsense. Did you see when
the hot Danish president.
No, at Nelson Mandela's memorial.
Yes.
Oh, they're having fun taking selfies. Michelle's like,
Michelle's-
she don't know me. You keep wilding.
And she's from Chi-Town. She don't play like that.
Chirac, boy.
She'll play. It's like,
Chirac.
You
Do you know
know
they call
me.
it Chirac?
yeah.
They had more homicides there than the US Army did in Iraq.
Oh, James, imagine. James, do you know that photo where Michelle Obama
Stops nonsense.
there's the Danish lady who was the prime minister or whatever you call it in Denmark, right? Her and Barack getting a little bit
It's
of
too cozy.
Yeah,
And they're sitting next to each other.
Yeah, they're about to mix the paint or whatever.
Do you think he said you should come Barack to my room?
No,
All
he
right.
said-
Okay, that's enough. Okay, listen, we're gonna go to a break on that note. You should come back
to my
room. I mean, this is the MKT show. We'll see you in a bit. Gee, this guy. There was a person in Canada who got given the day off and was diagnosed by a doctor because the illness was climate change.
Nah, chief.
Wait, well, what's the problem? What do you
mean?
Now climate change is a sickness.
What do you mean?
What's the problem?
I'm confused. What do you mean?
No, there was a diagnosis in Canada. The one person, this person was diagnosed as the effect was climate change.
But what were they diagnosed with?
Okay, what was happening to them?
They had asthma and struggling to breathe. Yeah. So, but the diagnosis from the doctor, real story, by the way.
That means we can all get medical. So that guy studied 7 years and did like practicals and all that.
Yeah, specialized.
To give somebody.
Guys, I can't come to work tomorrow.
Well, what happened?
So I was actually cleaning my oven last night, and I inhaled I don't know where I was going. I was trying so hard, but I lost it.
But it's climate change is where you were going. Yeah.
I was no, you know what it was? I haven't used my oven in such a long time that as soon as I opened it, I inhaled fumes because of climate change.
Because it's so hot.
And now I can't actually come to...
Oh, my word.
Oh.
How dare you? How dare you?
I'll try push through for you guys.
Okay, well, I mean, you shouldn't make fun of this person in Canada.
No, but really?
Yeah, they're off, it was because of climate change.
Nope.
Imagine pulling that in South Africa, right? Like, South Africans just like live in tin shacks and with like 6 people in a shack.
They don't have running water, chief.
Yeah.
That's actually why I missed the last gym session.
What happened?
Climate change.
Oh, you should have said at the time. And you should have also lived in Canada at the time.
Car battery, climate change, dead.
No, that's what I'm saying. If
I ever see you go for a run in Joburg again, James, I'll slap you.
I went for a run this morning.
Oh, you did.
Okay, whoa. Well, what happened? What about climate change? Have you not heard climate change is affecting Canadians? Are you crazy?
One of the dirtiest cities in...
How dare you go outside? Are you mad?
Okay, no, wait. But first...
Yeah.
The whole urge is to get James healthy and get James. Now James is running under his own accord.
Yes.
No Brad involved.
Honda Accord.
Yeah. Under his own cable.
Okay.
So the Accord.
Not bad. I mean, not your best work. I already did the Honda thing. I think I overshadowed it.
Under his own peace treaty.
Don't get it.
Isn't it an Accord?
Peace Accord. Yeah, got you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I
I
know
did the
where
Honda
we're
thing.
going.
I did the Honda thing, yeah. Anyway, people are, I'm just, Senzo, why are you so shocked about the Canadian needing time off for climate change? What the hell is wrong with you? That's Senzo's response to climate change being an illness. So, hey, living in Canada, they are maybe the softest country in the world. I mean,
That's a real soft life.
Americans do give them a hard time, but after I read that, I was like, sure. Sorry, what's that?
Sorry about a boat. Sorry about your Zamboni.
Yeah, it is a bit of a climate change Zamboni. You could probably use a Zamboni because of climate change. What about the beavers? Like imagine beavers just said, taking off today.
Did you say the Biebers or the Beavers?
Both. Actually, now that I've thought about it, is imagine Justin Bieber cancels his next concert. Oh, Justin, what happened? Oh, sorry about it, eh? Selena made me crazy in the head, eh? Sorry about it. But also, it's a bit hot, eh? Sorry about it. Baby, sorry about it, eh? You know what I mean? Oh, Justin Bieber comes back. Next hit is what? Climate change. Ooh.
That guy's got enough problems, bro.
It's part 2 of Baby.
That guy's
Hey, his song is Baby,
Yeah.
hey? Baby.
That
James,
guy's
how does it go? Baby, ooh.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Will you be mine? Hey?
No, I thought you'd always be mine.
Oh, I thought you... Hey, climate, ooh. I always thought you'd be fine.
and then what are you going to do for the ludicrous rap part?
Oh, well, does Ludacris rap in that song?
Yeah. He goes, like, when I was 13, I had my first love. So what are we going to do for that opening?
Yeah, well, when I was 13, I wasn't coughing in the morning
God.
in my cabin. Or something like that. You know what I mean?
Can we do sport now?
And then you can say, at the end, like, or Luda!
Well, he starts it with that.
Oh, he does, eh?
Yeah, he does the whole Luda.
He's from the ATL, yeah. Disturbing the peace, DTP!
Oh, gosh.
Luda. That was good stuff. All right, well, Justin Bieber missing your next concert because why? Climate change.
No, because he's got a situation on his home because you forget who he's married to and...
Wait, did Selena Gomez leave him again? Or what?
No, he's been married to Hailey Baldwin.
Who's Hailey Baldwin now?
Supermodel and Alex Baldwin's
niece.
Alec Baldwin's niece.
Yeah.
I think her dad is Stephen Baldwin, yeah.
Oh, they've got he's got matters on the home front.
Yeah, he's got to...
Yeah, the Baldwins are not... Yeah.
It's not
So, but is she close to... Are the Baldwins close? Like, I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
but also she's a supermodel.
So it's probably in that case anyway.
Does that make everything okay again?
Probably, you know, he's probably used to that sort of chaos. I mean, supermodels, the most insecure people. I've met a couple, not like know them. They're just super insecure, right? If you're in that world. So he's probably used to chaos at home. Like, this is probably nothing new.
That's why he turned to gospel.
Yeah, whatever happened to his six-packed pastor?
He's still there.
Oh, is he still rocking with him?
Yeah.
No. I heard there was a thing with his pastor where his pastor actually turned out to be committing fraud or something.
Oh,
it was something like that, and then his pastor got into trouble, and then ever since they've been...
Okay, but we can't really... I mean, you should probably Google the story.
I should. I'm going to do that.
Because I can't comment on it unless I know. Yeah, so Justin Bieber, sorry about it. Baby, climate, yeah, that's tough. That is tough going. All right, listen, let's talk about some... what you got on social media, by the way, Senzo?
Well, I just stumbled across this thing now on social media, and it's a talking point, right? It's a tweet that I just saw now. So you heard what happened at the Travis Scott's concert, right?
Yes.
When the 8 people died and,
Yeah.
and he's being sued, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't think Travis Scott is very self-aware, and what he's doing right now is because he's paying for all the family members' funerals, right?
Okay.
I mean, not family members, the people who died at his concert, the eight people. He's covering the cost.
Okay.
But he's partnering with these other people that specialize in like trauma counseling and stuff like that. And like, I'm just like, you don't answer that you're partnering with somebody so that people can go seek, counseling after the trauma and all that, right?
Yeah.
So now it looks like he's getting rich off it, right?
But do you think they're paying him?
They have to be paying him.
No, but do you what? You don't. Maybe he's just doing it as like an. You think
Either
it's
way-
ugly?
Yeah, it's ugly. And also what makes it worse for Travis Scott is that he continued performing for 30 minutes after he saw an ambulance and they called his event a mass casualty event.
Yeah.
So it's not like, I'm stopping this right now and all that. And Paris and Travis Scott has a history of, in his concert, let's say, because these concerts are wild.
They're wilding.
Like, they're actually wild. Like, he'll shout out people like, okay, shout out, you got injured because you jumped 3 stories into the crowd and all stuff like that.
Yeah.
So his lawyer must be like...
But what about the personal responsibility of people attending concerts? So I've heard a lot of blame on Drake and like there's also what's a 10-year-old doing at that concert?
For me, the thing is Drake can't be blamed because Drake was just a surprise act. He didn't tell people to go...
No, well,
dive off the stage
I
and all
hear
that.
everybody blaming artists, right?
Yeah.
It's like for me, what about personal responsibility? It's like people who go out to clubs, people get drunk and punch them in the face and break their face. What do you think happens at clubs? Like, where's your personal responsibility to say, I put myself in this situation? Plus, if you're saying Travis Scott's concerts get wild, it's awful. People have died. I'm not downsizing that. At what point do people take personal responsibility?
But also, my thing is as well, like now you're seeing ambulances like pile into your concert, right?
Uh-huh.
And you continue performing for 30 minutes. And he still went to an after party, Dave and Buster's after party after that.
Okay, but I'm saying it's not his responsibility. There are people who organize the concerts, right? His role is to perform. You can't. So what? Do you want Serena Williams to not only serve the ball, she must go, run around, return it, and ref whether it was in or not?
Yeah, but you, as a human being, you can at least tell that something's wrong if you see 27 ambulances roaming through your crowd. Like, something's not okay.
So, but now, James, if that was the way the world worked, and I hear you, every time you hear a neighbor fighting with his wife,
You've got an
do
obligation.
you go around and go, right, what's going on here?
go knock the door.
Everybody
Knock on the-
settle down. Like
Fair enough, but this
Yeah.
isn't your first concert.
Yeah.
You know what to expect. Yeah, maybe like Senzo says, because his concert's wild, he's used to seeing 1 or 2 ambulances roam through the venue or whatever. But when you see multiple running through, then you must know.
No,
at
but
least stop singing.
I have a question for you. Fair enough. Okay, so how much responsibility would you say is on Travis Scott?
I'd say a fair amount.
Okay, what
especially-
percent would you say? Like let's get a percentage out of 100.
I'd say at least 50, 55. And I only say that
Uh-huh.
over 50% because there's a video from the concert, right?
Yeah.
Where he's on stage.
Yes.
And he tells them to stop the music.
Yes.
And he says someone's passed out over there.
Yes.
And there's a dude that's busy. I think he's being resuscitated, actually. I think he's actually, like, dead.
Uh-huh.
Right? And Travis Scott stops the music and says, that dude's... But then as the medics are trying to get to him through the crowd, he starts, like, humming into the mic like he's about to start his next song.
Carry on. But let me ask you this. I'm saying, okay, fine. Let's say he gets 50% of the blame.
Right?
When Christian Eriksen collapsed, right, in the football,
Yeah.
like after it was like, okay, we're all right, let's keep going here, right? Is that at some stage there's also, what about the people who came from South Africa to watch the Travis Scott concert? Like, as tragic as the deaths are, is I also want to blame people who chose to go to a Travis Scott concert. So you made a personal decision. Nobody said you have to go. Now there's 10-year-olds involved. What about those parents? Why is your child, and if what Senzo's saying is correct, at a concert this wild? Like, I don't like just Travis Scott being blamed. Is he to blame? Absolutely. Feel the room, feel the concert. But why don't people take personal responsibility?
Yeah,
I never hear people when things go right ever go to take.
And also, like
people can't wait to tell you when things go well.
I don't think you can blame the victims.
No. But James, you're not getting what Mbulelo is saying, right? Given Travis Scott, right? We both listen to Travis Scott. We know what he raps about, right?
Yeah.
I try and not listen to Travis Scott, but yeah, sure.
No, but we know what he both raps.
You know what? Yeah, you know what he about it.
The content and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And parents, like, parents of a 9-year-old, I should imagine that they know what, Travis Scott is about, and
Yes.
we kind of about like the same generation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What is my 9-year-old son doing at a Travis Scott concert?
And-
Unsupervised.
Okay, and that's another part of it. I'm just saying, look, there must be an element of individual responsibility in life. Like at some point, it can't just be Travis Scott. Like when you saw 20 minutes into the concert, from what I've read, is that the concert looked ruckus from early on. There were too many tickets. Like, okay, where's the personal responsibility? Now, if you want to read something interesting, a book called a guy called Douglas Adams, right? It's called The Madness of Crowds. Go and read about what happens in groupthink, and it's a really, really interesting thing to group psychology. So if you're interested in, this was a good microcosm of the madness of crowds. Douglas Adams, superb speaker and writer. There's a great Joe Rogan episode with Douglas Adams. But in this case, I often have a problem with myself, is that people are always happy when things go well to take it as a personal thing. When things go badly, I'm sorry. In a divorce, in everything in life, I'm not reducing death down to not.
Sure.
What I'm saying is, in every situation, right, in every breakup in a marriage, in every affair, or whatever it may be, things we can relate to, in every conflict and terrible point, everyone has to take a part of it. But like James, when people saw an hour in, this is ruckus, and they stay there. Is that not personal responsibility?
So there you're right. Then there you have personal responsibility, and it becomes your personal responsibility to make sure that you or the people around you that are with you are safe, right? But I think, like in general, you can't really look at life from the sense of, we can't go to the
Travis Scott concert.
The Travis Scott concert because it's dangerous.
My thing is,
we can't do this because you might.
I'm not saying don't do that.
You're not really experiencing
life,
much of life, yeah.
But what I'm saying is fine. I like your approach. So my big thing in life is absolute responsibility means no matter how a situation goes, you have to accept that. You have to take total response. So my father raised me this way. Everything in life's your fault. Whatever happens in my life, I've been raised, it is your fault. Good, bad. When it's good, I take all the credit. When it's bad, it's all me. I'm not going to say, James, but Dad, James, I was just raised in a home where I'm not allowed to say that. I've never been allowed to say that.
But what if I say to you, and you know this?
Go ahead.
A lot of stuff in life that happens, whether it goes good or bad, is and can be out of your control. Then how do you approach the self-responsibility thing? No,
because I think everything I believe in your personal capacity, you must control everything. I'm sorry. Like, if you put yourself in situations, live with the consequences. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not I just do not believe in only when things go badly, then it's everyone else. Because you hear that in a lot of people. When things go well, it was, but when things go badly you have to take that on board. Now, I want to be clear in this because it's very easy for people to conflate things. Victims of abuse, which is the example people always make when you talk about responsibilities, there are anomalies in life. Those are real victims.
Sure.
And I'm not talking about somebody who's trapped with a monster in a home where she or he is being abused. That's a completely different conversation from general life of I'm drinking and driving and I crashed my car and now I must be the victim. And I went to a concert where I know it's ruckus. I know you knew when you went there. I don't know Travis Scott, but I'm just saying, Travis, you are at fault. I don't dismiss what you said there. I don't dismiss what anybody says.
Sure.
Ticket buyer, you have a role to play. Is all I'm saying.
Right of admission reserved.
Okay, so all of that is fair enough. But
yes.
Now I'm going to tell you some information that I'm pretty sure you don't know about this concert.
Yeah, let's hear it.
And this came out this week.
Uh-huh.
So there was a guy. So the I don't know if he was the police chief or commissioner or whatever, but he came out and did a press conference, as Americans do.
Yeah.
We have to do a press conference.
Yeah, you do.
He did a press conference and he said that there was actually a guy roaming the festival and injecting people in the neck with I think it was opium or heroin.
What are you talking about?
I'm serious.
But how's that? Okay. But how's that? Then Travis Scott can't be sued for that because he doesn't know that.
But that's wild.
Yeah, that is wild.
Listen, let me tell you something. Parents out there, it's a different world, right? I've been to
Festivals.
I've been to festivals. Sipo always says this. Sometimes it be that way. Once you're out there, you're in the jungle, pal.
Yeah.
Like seriously, once you go to music concerts,
Clubs, all those.
it comes with an edge. So wow, what heroin? Just
Opium.
There was so this guy was doing the press conference and he was telling the story about how, I don't know if this, not the dude doing the press conference, but the guy he was talking about, I don't know if he was like an EMT I wanted to say an ambulance person.
That could be mechanic. That's not really a good description for anything. It could be ambulances have to be fixed. Could be a person who's a labourer who's washing the ambulance. An ambulance person, unbelievable. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, like an EMT or a doctor or whatever,
and,
emergency.
So I don't know
medical
if this,
specialist. Yeah,
this person that he was talking about was an EMT.
Yeah,
but he was saying that this person was attempting to respond to someone that was at the concert that had gotten injured or passed out or something.
Yeah.
And that this person had felt a prick in their neck and then lost consciousness. And I mean, I don't know what happened after that, but that was one of the stories he was telling. I'm trying to find the whole thing now.
No, listen, I've heard some scary stories from, big concerts. There's always, there's sharks out there. There are these people, and it's the world, right? And especially now, we don't know how to socialize right now. Like, people must remember, for 2 years we've been locked in our homes. Socializing is a skill, right? And skills have to be kept sharp. People don't know how to be acting right now. So this is a terrible, terrible situation.
It's a travesty of justice.
Wow.
No jokes.
Well. If you're on YouTube with us, you may like or hate this show. Please click like or dislike if you absolutely hate it. And if you hate it, I mean, that's understandable. Travis Scott, huh? Travesty, you said. Mm-hmm. Travesty. All right, what we got on social media, Senzo? That is insane.
So now, I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
I saw another Norwegian guy, Erling Braut Haaland, yeah, wearing a suit.
Yes.
And he says, and gold.com says looking sharpish. You've got a lot of opinion on suits and tailoring.
Yes.
What do you give the tailoring out of 10?
Well, Erling Braut Haaland, they're looking... I don't like it.
Okay, what's wrong with it? Let's hear it.
All right, first of all, Erling, great pants. The pants, great tailoring. What's he, 6'4"?
6'3", 6'4".
Where's he finding a jacket that's too long for him? Let's tighten that up. You can see the creases over there.
But you must understand, he's bending his arms.
No, it ain't it. He's got the same tailor as Cyril. Cyril Ramaphosa, the worst suits possibly ever after Rafael Varane. I mean, he looks dapper, right? Let's be very clear. He looks dapper, but that ain't it. That ain't it. He needs the Mancini thing.
So you say it's not sharpish,
At all. This is terrible. Look at the shoulders, right shoulder. What are we doing there? That's loose. Have you seen Mancini's suit, guys?
No, I've seen it.
And does this compare to Mancini? Let's be honest, between you and me.
No.
Listen, Erling Haaland is one of my favorites, though. And look at the face. What a douchebag, but I do love him. But no, out of 10, 3 out of 10, he can do so much better than this.
Sure.
No good. Look how loose it is. It's creased everywhere. The arms are too long. He's 6'4". Where do you find a suit too long for you? Nah, no good. What did I say? 2 out of 10. 3 out of 10. 2 out of 10. I've downgraded it.
James, yourself?
James, what do you think of Erling Braut Haaland?
I think he looks kind of dapper. I
He
think
looks drunk.
the pants look good. I think from the waist up, it looks kind of sloppy.
What are we doing with the tie?
That's the thing.
What are we doing with the tie?
Also, I feel like the
Do you know what
glasses
he looks like?
don't
He looks like
really
he's,
work.
he's This is the long lunch.
No, you know what he looks like? He looks like he's been forced to go to his sister's bar mitzvah.
or he has to go to a matric dance of a family friend.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go with her.
What are we thinking about? Two things here. The
Pocket square's a disaster.
yeah. So that's what I was going to ask.
Pocket
The pocket
square
square and the glasses. What are we?
That's not even a pocket square. It looks like he's
The
taking.
glasses look like he's trying too hard to be a douchebag.
That's actually called a pocket rectangle.
Yeah, it is. You know what it looks like? It looks like he's got Sudoku in his pocket. Like he's playing Sudoku at this event, whatever he's doing. He's just catching up on that. No,
And
terrible.
the winner of the German's Player of the Year is Erling Haaland.
Good.
Just sitting there doing this.
Yeah, give me a second. I nearly
Nah,
got
it
it.
looks like he was at a braai with his mates, and then he got reminded that his parents said, "Yeah, you have to take out so and so to a matric dance," and he's just like, "Ish,
Yeah, I might as well slap something together real quick.
yeah, I have to do."
I mean, all you need to do, Google Danny Ricciardo, David Beckham. Go and look at those suits. They're sitting at Wimbledon.
You can't.
No, I don't grade on a curve.
Oh, it's this is the gold standard, and everybody. This is it.
Don't shoot the messenger. Erling Haaland, a brilliant footballer. Terrible at suits. There's no way he should have worn that out.
Yeah.
All right, it's the MKT Show. Is climate change the reason a brothel in Austria is giving people the vaccine?
Might as well be. Actually, might as well be.
We need to let's answer that question, because I think, did climate change lead to an Austrian brothel allowing men to pick the lady of their choice to get a vaccine?
Hold up. You know that place where, you know, you buy a lady's time or services or whatever you do, right?
Yes.
Those guys should be up for Nobel Peace Prize on the Nobel Medicine Prize.
Yeah.
And the Humanitarian Prize, because, bro, they're really trying to save the world.
Just keep it, yeah. Listen, if you are grouchy, I do often ask people, when was the last time you got some action? Because it's a big part of life.
But that's what I say to people. I say, people who are really grumpy, do you know what you need to do? It's either you need to engage in the devil's lettuce,
Yes.
drink, exercise, or go engage in some sexual activity. You'll find your life a bit more manageable.
Yeah, no, I think that is important, eh? Well, what you're saying is, I would, of all of those, I would definitely go with find somebody who thinks you are sexually attractive and see what you guys can do about drawing up a contract.
Hambani nyokalisa makati.
That is incredible. Speaking of which, remember, you can vote in the poll that is live in the chat if you're with us. If OGS really loved Man United, he would step down. What are your thoughts? Option 1, he should have left a long time. He should have left long ago. Option 2, he is the man for the job. Option 3, United are bad. 5-0. Ollie's at the wheel and winning at the moment. He should have left a long time ago with 47%. In second place, United are bad. It's 5-0 against Liverpool.
Sorry, something still sticks.
Have you voted in the poll?
Yeah, I did.
What did you vote for? It's your democratic right.
Hey, thank you, Komlada. All protocol observed.
Yes, my leader.
My Komlada.
Apologies. How dare I?
Withdraw that, please.
No, withdrawn.
No, but it's funny. Do you know, my head was still where you were talking about brothels, and then did you go vote on a poll? And what I thought about was an exotic dancer on a pole.
On a pole, yeah. It stayed sexual. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Speaking of somewhere where nobody can legally drink, Dubai has the T20 cricket going right now. James, you into T20 cricket at all? Catch it on. It's kind of cool. You can kind of watch it on Twitter and clips and Instagram and stuff. Not really.
I appreciate the fun around T20 cricket in general.
Yeah.
But anything outside of that.
What is your definition of fun, my friend? Let's start there. Is it the girls dancing?
Do they still do that in the cricket?
Oh yes, they have to, bro.
Even in Dubai?
No, I doubt it.
No, Dubai is...
Dubai's one of those places.
Yeah.
Although...
I mean, Real Madrid had to remove... I don't know if you know this, but in Dubai, Real Madrid had to remove the Christian cross.
Yeah.
So they don't play that. I mean, listen, you can also go to Dubai and have the time of your life.
Yeah.
When somebody says a brunch in Dubai, they don't mean Tasha's at 11 in the morning.
They mean it's lit.
Are we going to Nobu?
Well, not for brunch. No. They don't. There's no riffraff that go to the brunches that are allowed at Nobu.
Yeah.
No. Nobu's. Although, were you... I don't want to go to... No, let's not bring up your Dubai escapade, right, James? I don't think we need to go there.
We can if you want.
Oh. Okay, I mean, if you insist.
If we have
Yeah. So, James, a couple of years ago, a woman took an axe to James's heart. I mean, she was a young...
And he got axed.
Yeah, no. She sent an... Was it an SMS back then, or was it WhatsApp? Or...
It was 2017. It was a WhatsApp.
Oh, so it was a WhatsApp. A lady sent James a WhatsApp to say... that whole you and me dating situation, that is currently under strict review. I mean, that's gone to VAR and it's not looking good.
The board is reviewing your
Yeah.
your efforts.
No, listen. You know how in VAR, once the ref goes to the screen, whatever the current situation, that's about to change.
The climate change. I blame it on climate change. Even go like this. You.
No, it's when the VAR sign. That's not when you have problems. It's when the ref does this one here. When the ref goes. Sorry, what was that, Mike?
And then he's busy. Do you know what he does? Because it comes with It comes with multiple things. Because the ref. First, he goes and he asks the linesman, right?
Yeah.
And the linesman, depending on which set of fans he's behind, he says, Chief, hey, I don't know, hey?
Yeah.
You're on your own on this one. Ask those guys upstairs. And then he goes, hey, gents, I think I might have botched this one.
But just before that, the captain is already in his ear. He has to give this one.
He has to go.
Space, please, guys.
Space.
All right, thanks, Michael.
Thanks, Mark. Then he goes, James. And James, they sit in a room that looks just like the one that you're in right now. So then MKT will ask me, like, what's happened?
Yeah.
I go, hey, boy, I don't think I have the facilities for that one, big man. And then he goes and he asks James, then the headquarters.
Yeah, back to London.
And then James goes, from where I'm sitting, it looks like... But go take a look for yourself.
Yes, that's when the problem started for you in terms of VAR. James was in Dubai. His lady went, after taking all the advice she could, obviously. Then she went and took a look for herself at the screen next to the pitch. And, well, it didn't, it didn't look like a penalty from the referee's angle.
Decision pending.
Yeah, and then, oh my goodness.
Do you know...
So that happened, James, but you were in Dubai at the time. Did you go to Nobu while you were there to kind of drown your sorrows?
No, boo, I didn't.
No, that's... Hey, listen, I hate to say this, but that works on two levels.
It does. I wasn't flirting with you. I was just answering your
No,
question.
I was saying after that WhatsApp, you also had no boo. So...
I was just uncalled for.
Oh, well, I mean, I thought we were talking about it, and it's just... He had no boo as well. So, yeah, that's... I mean, you said you want to talk about it. If we're going to talk about
I
it...
wanted to. I said I don't mind.
James said he wants to talk about it, eh?
No, I didn't. I said I don't mind.
Okay, but then you have to be willing to let it go where it goes. And you said no boo, and I mean...
She said, we need to talk. James said, we do?
Yeah.
Then she said, bye.
No boo. Then she said no boo.
And then James found himself with no boo.
In fact, did this happen? Oh my goodness, this is terrible.
This
if it
is
happened
going to
this
be
way.
terrible. What you're about to say is going to be terrible.
I hate the fact that you were texting, right? And you were like... And she's like, hey, what are you doing? No boo. She's like, I agree.
Dubai.
Because now you're no boo. And she thought, oh, yes, this is awesome. I don't have to be a terrible person. He's already breaking up with me. Boy, oh boy. There you are, James. That's tough.
You know, I would have worn a t-shirt. I'm a free agent. Free at last.
That's what you should have done.
Free at last.
Free at last. Free at last. That's what you should
I have a dream. One day, I will arise
Yeah.
at Nobu, and they'll be free at last. My boy, if I was a free agent in Dubai.
Imagine. With his parents as well. He's on that credit card.
Oh, ball.
Free at last. Free at last.
Free at last.
Robin Badger says, what did you do, James? All right, James.
He played Boys to Men.
Now, Robin Badger has asked. So let's give the full context. James is in Dubai with his family. Lady sends him a message saying, James.
It was something along the lines of, can we talk when you get back to Joburg?
Oh my gosh.
Something along those lines.
Hey, so she inceptioned you.
That's terrible, dude. Can we talk? Yarr. Okay, and then
Where do you
James.
think we are?
So can you remember where you were when you read the message? Are you like on a water slide with your mum or?
We were at a restaurant called.
I'm not hungry anymore.
Jesus.
Five Guys. It was called Five Guys.
Nice restaurant. Yeah. Oh no! And then now, so what? Hey, James, what for? Yeah. Obviously, that's your mom asking you what you want to order.
I'm not hungry.
Jamaki is jy honger?
Did you say Jamaki?
Ja, Jamaki?
That's what his mom calls him.
Ja.
Sure.
Liefie, is jy honger?
Does your mom call you that, James?
Wil jy 'n bietjie kos hê?
Sure.
Huh?
Sure. This is a lot to take.
Okay.
Jamaki.
Okay, now you're sitting, boom, crash, bang. We need to talk. So now what? Can you remember, had you eaten? Are you about to order? What's going on there?
I think they were already like in the process of ordering.
Oh, hey, she got you.
Because that's terrible, eh? Because now there's no way he's going to enjoy his food. As soon as that food, it could be the best in the world. Salt Bay could be there, literally spoon feeding you.
Yeah, I don't remember what Five Guys burgers taste.
That's
like.
what I mean. It turns to ash
It makes
in your
me
mouth.
really sad.
Sure.
It makes
It
me
tastes
so
like
sad.
What a savage, eh? This lady.
James, I want to know what the final reason was. What did she say? Why did your contract?
Oh yes, James. So did you come back and go talk to her, or did you just say no? Let's end it now.
So the reasonings is water.
We're drifting apart.
I was trying to block the thing.
Cover the battery. Yeah, no, the battery is going flat. James didn't charge it. But
the reasoning is water we're not going to tread on.
oh, that is a cliffhanger.
But
I mean, we are on Cliff Central Sport, but that is a cliffhanger. So wait a minute. Whoa. James, no. Hold on. Hold up. You can't do that
You
now.
can't. Don't do that.
Jesus. My brother.
My brother.
So wait, James. No, man. No. You can't leave us. You can't leave us like that.
I have to blue ball you guys. I'm sorry.
Wait, what was it?
Irreconcilable differences.
Did she hear something? Was she already with someone else by the time you got back? Like, what happened?
I'm
Pleading the fifth.
yeah.
But we hate her already anyway. It's what?
We're on your side,
It's
dog.
2 girlfriends ago, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Oh no. James, you see right now? Use this as your fuel for your revenge body, my boy.
as
No,
well.
but guys, hello. Whoa.
Yeah.
Why are we doing a revenge body?
For her, because when she sees you now with your new lady, she needs to realize that
why would she matter?
No, I'm saying that you like, sometimes it is nice if somebody wrongs you. They say the best revenge is success. You know what I mean? Like, okay, if she wanted to talk, whatever, leave her behind. Already you've upgraded with your new lady, but now look what you missed out on. I could be Justin
Take
Bieber's.
a look at me now. Come on.
I could be Justin Bieber's pastor. You know what I mean? Like, you get that body, and then then you got to go full Instagram though. You got to get aggressive.
And invite her. Say, let bygones be bygones. But how you like me now?
These are all options, James. Now, talk to me about this. Because here's where it gets awkward, and I don't know if you can answer this. Is she still... Because you know what people do that break up with people? Men and women do this all the time. Is they stay friends with your friends for whatever reason. Is
That's
she
right.
still Is she still on the peripheral mix at all? So your friend said...
Not at all.
Oh, so they said go to hell, huh?
So there's no strong possibility that you might bump into her.
Have you seen her? When was the last time you saw her just out and about? This year, would you say?
No, at my graduation in 2019.
My boy, listen here. I'm telling you right now. You know what? You get that revenge body, right? You get that revenge body.
I'm all in.
Bro, we'll find her.
We will. Yeah. We'll,
Guys, it was.
Hey.
I get the kill them with success or whatever it is.
Yes.
But it was like 4 years ago.
Okay, so then wait a minute.
Move on with our lives.
No,
I
but
don't know.
I thought then why can't you tell us what happened if we've moved on with our lives? Then it doesn't make sense. Then there's even more reason for you to tell us what happened
Because
we haven't really moved on with our lives, is what you're saying.
No, because some things deserve to go to the grave with me. And not just me, but people that do know are friends. And yeah.
Wait, did something happen with a friend?
No, I'm saying my friends know what happened.
How bad was it? On a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being
Oh, shit.
10 being she got with your brother. Either one, by the way. And it would have been weird if it's your younger one, but Michael Jackson and all that, you know?
Okay, so she didn't get with my brother, so I'm going to go with 9.9.
Wow!
I get it. Okay. No, it's fine. I think I know where I'll go. James, for that, my boy, we'll find her. James' lady. Also, you come down as well. We're going to make this a family affair.
All right, James, you're out now since you don't want to tell us. I'm over you.
I think I know what happened.
Okay.
I'm kind of piecing.
I'm gonna hazard one guess. Ooh, a 9.9. If
9.9, bro. It's
because Ryan Giggs. So he didn't get Ryan Giggs.
gigs, but it's on that level, I think.
9.9.
And the only way she pulled the plug was to get rid of her own selfish guilt. And she carried on with what she was doing.
So to be clear, there's nothing wrong with the following. Is because I'm very liberal, right? The only thing I'm thinking, it sounds quite wild. Is she lesbian now?
I don't know. I honestly haven't seen her on social media. I haven't spoken to her
Blocked.
in like
Shang
4
block.
years.
No, because you don't want to be the guy, or you can be. I mean, people can come out whenever they like in life, but sometimes imagine you're the guy and then she's like, I'm lesbian now because of you.
I don't mind that.
I have no idea. She blocked me at first and then unblocked me, and I just don't care. I really don't care.
So did you think to yourself,
No, I was more on like,
I've seen so many nights. Yeah. Oh, was that when you went all for one?
Boys to Men.
Boys to Men.
Let go.
But was that when you did that?
Yeah.
It's so natural.
James.
Although
James.
that's probably a bad one to listen to because I think the next line is "You belong to me,
James.
I belong to
James.
you,"
James.
which wasn't the case in the end, you know.
James.
So maybe not a
true.
good recovery song.
You know, my boy, I told you I was, now that you're in my life, even though you did go to Saints,
Yeah.
I'm going to teach you how to live. My boy, I'm Petty King. I've got that list of people. I'm Petty King.
Yeah.
I'm Petty King. Like, I'm petty. Like, you see Ori Gold.
Yes.
Like that.
I'm actually, you know what? I'm really not a petty person, but if it's a 9.9, I do kind of feel like we could probably make some content against her. Like, I'm not against that.
So here's why I'm just not interested, right? Because I was, and it did consume a large part of my life for a long time.
But
and
you're-
now I'm in 2021.
And your lady's so much better now.
Exactly, and I want to live my life and YOLO.
Yeah. All right.
No, nothing, man. I'm saying I want it.
Get him, Senzo.
I want it.
You know what, James? Clearly, you're not ready to be the person that we want you to be. We're taking over on your behalf.
Honestly.
I'm gonna find out who it is because I know people who know James. I'm gonna find her name, and
Don't worry. We'll make it nasty.
yeah, it's gonna happen. Because listen, Joburg's not that big. Like,
Honestly.
and I grew up here. I've lived in Joburg
So it's
for
a good thing
28
she
years.
doesn't come from or live in Joburg then, I guess.
No, hey, listen. I went to school in the Midlands. There's guys from Botswana who used to wash their balls next to me in the shower. I know everyone on this continent. Don't you worry. I will find her. I will find her.
Okay. Well, have fun.
Robin Badger says, I still want revenge on my last one that ghosted me after 2 years of chatting online. And yes, he does exist, lives in PE. Can you guys help me, please?
Hold on. I think you're on the wrong show.
Whoa!
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Robin, I'm sorry to laugh, but like, do you know that show on MTV, Ghosted?
What? Wait, what? What are you talking about?
There's a show. There's a show called Ghosted.
Okay, wait, listen. Robin continues to say, Senzo, we can make a nice plan. You good at this stuff.
Just keep on my fast.
Yes?
Wait, hold. Let's go back.
Okay.
Robin, I've got another question. Sorry. Did you actually meet in person, or did they hit you with the
You were chatting online for 2 years, though.
2 years?
How do you chat online for 2 years and not meet?
Did you even hit a FaceTime Nyana?
Yo. And 2 years is hectic online, eh? Because, you know, so much gets lost in online. And also, you know, online you start to make of a person so much of what they're not, you know? It's torturous to be in an... Like, hey, I've been in long distance relationships and that's so hard. Like, I'll never be in a long distance relationship again just because it's so hard. Like I can't chat on a Friday at 3 in the afternoon. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not because I'm a bad person. It's just because sometimes it be that way.
No, okay, wait. I'm sure.
Yeah, Senzo, it's you.
She says, I'm so... Wait, Robin goes on to say,
Yes.
I'm so freaking confused. 2 freaking years of my life. Online only. Nada.
Wow.
You need to go on MTV. We need to find...
Okay, so tell me the Ghosted show, quickly.
So, the guy who hosts Catfish or whatever.
Okay.
You know about Catfish, right? The show Catfish.
I can imagine, but I want to hear about Ghosted.
So, Ghosted, you know, you're busy, you know, you're talking to... It's Robin's situation.
So we're chatting online and then?
You're chatting online or you see somebody and then... They don't even rip the band-aid off. They just...
Stop talking to you.
It's like, you know, when you leave someone hanging.
Yes.
Ghosted.
Yeah, but now, so what happens in Ghosted? Do they find that person?
They try to find them.
And do they ever find them?
They do sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, but you'll be surprised how bitter people are over a ghosting.
Well, here, Robin Badger continues to say, I'm sorry, sport is cancelled for the rest of the show. I'm now totally into James's story and Robin Badger's story. Robin says, I want to get to the bottom of it. I mean, now I have to know, how long ago was this, Robin?
Do you know what the thing is, Nat? Do you know what it is about catfishing? Do you know why people want it? They want the closure.
So in this case, you think Robin just wants the closure? Was it me?
Closure.
Was it you? Or did you meet some? Because I guess, James, in your case, I mean, obviously that was a whole brutal situation, right? And James...
Do you know what it's like...
Wait, hold on. I have to tell you, James has been in some brutal breakups, right? Like, just... I hate to bring this up, but... Hold on, James. I want to come to you. Lulama in the comments says, Robin, you spoke to Emega from Internet Cafe in Yeovil. Okay. I'm not sure we can actually continue with... Oh my God. Okay. Like, that's hilarious. But James...
Wait.
Hold on. We'll come back to that. So is there more on the Robin story?
Yes.
All right, let's keep him hanging because I want to get James's opinion. James, in a breakup of that sort, right, where I would imagine you don't really get the answer you're looking for, because how many days before you got back did that message arrive? Can you remember? Was it like a week out, 2 weeks out?
I think it was like 4 or 5 days.
Geez, so you really had time to ruminate. Did you send a message back of what do you want to talk about, that whole thing?
Yeah, and then I got the usual we'll speak about it when you...
Yeah, that's terrible. All right, so now, okay, blah, 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 let's cut to the end. Obviously, you're in a better relationship now. That's a given. Your lady is just a farm lady who will punch you in the face if you don't behave because Afrikaans girls don't play like that.
It's true. It's true.
But now, you, in a breakup, what's the worst part about it? Like, would you rather somebody, like, sent you an email with a list of the top 10 of the things you were terrible at, or... would you rather just a cold thing where they don't explain to you? Or are you a closure person? Or are you just like, all right, you don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore either then?
I think it's very situation dependent.
Yeah.
For this particular situation, I think closure is super important.
And you didn't get it, huh?
No.
So tell me this. How long had you been dating that lady? A while. Okay, would you say less or more than a year? Oh, or does that put you in a bit of a situation with your current situation? If you answer it.
No, it's just a complicated story.
Was there a crossover?
A Venn diagram. You know when you draw a Venn diagram?
was there a hostile takeover at a stage?
And then they found the new landlord.
Did they buy all the... You know, sometimes when all the old owners, kind of like Arsenal, the way Kroenke came in, he just bought all the shares, basically. James, you know how it works. I forget what the shares. You might be able to tell us, you know. What's it called when... If you acquire so much of a company... you actually have to buy the rest of the company. So if you know what I'm talking about, right?
Accounting.
Yeah. So there's something in sort of on the stock market where once an aspiring buyer, let's say, right, wants to do a hostile takeover, if they acquire a certain amount of the shares, they are then actually forced by law, and I don't, as you can tell, I'm not a legal or a financial brainiac, but they have to bid for the rest of the shares of the company. I just forget what that's called, right? Now, are you suggesting that you had old ownership at the time, which was this lady, but then there was an aggressive buyer waiting to take you...
And they crippled the share price.
Yeah, and they wanted to make sure that you're not just listed in the New York Stock Exchange. They wanted to list you at Tokyo Stock Exchange. They wanted to take you global, and you were local at that time. Or is that what was going on? Is that why it's complicated to answer? Wow. Okay, probably smart guy. Smart man, James.
No, but this
wow, James. We need a part 2 of that whole situation because the fact...
It's a whole story, bro.
Okay, we'll speak off air,
don't worry. It lasted for a span of...
How long was the breakup?
No, not the breakup. The whole situation lasted for a span of almost 2 years.
Jesus. The breakup was 2 years?
Not just the breakup.
Oh, the
whole design.
The whole Venn diagram and the spider charts and the bar graphs.
The flow. Oh, I'm going to... Hey, after the show, my man, you're not going to hit a chart of this.
Because how old are you now, James?
25 in February.
So you spent basically a 10th of your life, right? Let's say 2 years is a 10th. Carry the 3 minus the 6.
Round off. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Then we round up,
Yeah. A tenth of your life. Because, wait, you're 25. When are you an adult? 18?
20,
I'd say 21.
21.
21. So half of your adult life was spent feeling some way, somehow.
Some type of way.
I mean, yeah, but in my defense, I hadn't even lived.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not blaming you. I'm just saying that's awful.
Yeah.
That is awful. Awful.
Do you know what? Now I'm even more. All
No, this is terrible. We have to find her.
We have to find.
And you know what? I don't want anything negative to happen to her. I just want to know what happened.
Why?
Why did you leave James hanging like this?
What? No, but
also, thank you, because he's with a better lady now, but we need some closure.
yeah, honestly. Speaking of closure.
What a Jezebel, this woman.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm happy to say it. There we go, I've said it.
Goodness gracious.
But yeah, sure.
Jezebel.
I'm busy reading.
Jezebel.
I'm busy reading Robin Badger's comments.
Jezebel.
Robin Badger, yo, shit, this is terrible. This is sore. This one.
Let's hear it.
She goes, I know where he lives.
Aibo.
All right. I know he works. Friends on Facebook, etc. Not a catfish. Then he goes, he ghosted me in April till July. In July, I blocked him.
Yes.
I can send you his number.
No, we can't get that involved.
No. I'm not chup. Like I don't. And he says she adds somebody and she goes, he exists. My neighbor knows him. He exists.
Just for the vibes. Come on.
Wait a minute.
Hey, now I'm getting it.
No. We're too far in now.
Just for the vibes. We have to get him on the show.
Nah.
We can block his face and everything. Just for the vibes, guys.
No.
Okay, but no.
not
We'll do
about
it
this.
for Robin if we can do it for you.
Yeah.
So, okay, but think about it. Okay, James. Whoa, James. Because you're emotional right now. You're all up in your feelings.
Be the change that you want to see in others.
Mahatma Gandhi. So you're saying Mahatma Gandhi was wrong?
You guys can talk me into a lot of things. Like
Yeah. Are you
fitness
saying
and-
Mahatma Gandhi was wrong? Be
That's
the
not what I'm
change
saying.
you want to see in the world.
What I am saying is you guys can talk me into many things. This is not going to be one of them. I can tell you right now, you're wasting your time.
What, solving Robin's problem or your problem?
No, doing the same thing to Robin's person yeah.
You know what the problem is? Your problem is you think like a guy. That's your problem. Your problem is one.
You don't think?
Your problem is you don't think. Because, you know, this type of stuff, I'm big on outsourcing. Like, as guys, we must know our limitations. I outsource it to ladies because I have heard and seen...
Woman!
No, ladies are like third level stuff, bro.
Detectives.
Third level stuff. Like, I will outsource it. And I have 2 or 3 ladies, when things are just too much for me, I outsource it. And like yesterday, I've got details, address. It's happened twice to me where I've needed to make further inquiries.
So
Take it up further.
Yeah.
so
Further investigation.
I will give you until our thingy in a month's time.
Yeah.
In December.
Yeah.
That thingy. I'll give you until then, the start of that thingy, to find out any and all information you can.
And
And
then...
after that, you can never look again.
Okay, but... Okay. Whoa.
What? Sorry, what did he say? Sorry, James, repeat
And
that.
also, we're not allowed to say any person's name on the show.
No, of course not.
James. So what? Sorry, what was that? What did you give
So
us?
he's
permission
saying he'll give us until the 5th of December,
Yeah.
right? To find details, whatever it may be.
So what? You're giving us permission to dig?
This guy doesn't know that I know everyone at Saints as well. I'll find out guys in your year.
I didn't go to Saints, bro.
No, I'm
It's
saying,
fine, it's
James,
fine.
you went to Saints.
I did.
So I'm saying I know someone's brother who was in your year, 100%. Younger brother, nephew. I'll find out. What year were you? 25. Don't worry, I'll work it out. I know how to do maths. I'll find out. James is playing. The thing is, James, you're playing.
Yes, okay, fine. Maybe you will, maybe you won't find out. But again, and I can't stress this enough, we're not mentioning any names on the show.
No, don't worry about that.
We can update the listeners and the audience and say, oh, this week I found out that her name is this.
This is so crazy.
Do not I guarantee you, MKT, I guarantee you right now, between you and I, we will know somebody. We'll be close to somebody she's close to.
1000%.
Like it's
No.
it's gonna be like how?
If I really try, James, I give it 2 weeks. And from there, I outsource. I outsource.
I don't think I want that smoke, bro. I
You know
want
what, James, I'm gonna do it now. I've made a
challenge
commitment.
accepted.
No, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
But now you need to be ready for any consequences because I'm gonna put the hounds on her. Who's the guy from? Oh, you haven't seen Game of Thrones. There's a crazy guy, Ramsay Bolton. Ramsay Bolton. Woo! Look up Ramsay Bolton on just after the show. YouTube, Ramsay Bolton. He has 2 hounds that he. Once you hear the Bolton, Game of Thrones. Shout out to Game of Thrones people. You know exactly what's about to happen. It's about to be lit. Lily Allen's brother, by the way, Game of Thrones.
Good luck, bro.
I'd just like to say, also, Robin, I decline. Yours is too messy.
Okay, you know what? sport@cliffcentral.com, guys. I think, please, can you guys email us? I'd like to know what people think. Do we get involved in Robin's one? Maybe you guys have suggestions for Robin, right? As well. I think that's important. Is we just thinking in-house now? I'm at MKT Inspires on social media. Give me some suggestions.
Wait, hold on.
Should James tell the story?
So now we slash jubs. Now we're branching out.
No, I think it's important to listen to our listeners, because without them, we're nothing.
What was with the fans?
Well, yeah, but Cristiano, what about Real Madrid?
My dream is to play for Madrid.
Yeah, but what about the United fans?
Most the fans.
So, there we go, James. Senzo said it. I think it's fair. sport@cliffcentral.com. Number 1, should James reveal the story on here? Let us know what you guys think may have happened, right?
No, now we're not giving James an option, because if we find it, James has to reveal. Because we did the digging, Chief.
You wanted to do that. I didn't say go and do the digging.
You gave us until December 5th.
James.
I didn't say go and do it.
Okay,
you accepted
James. All right, be careful here, because, hold on. You know, my father always used to say to me, be careful what you wish for, because you might just get it.
Was they toilet?
Now, James, what happens if I find out the reason? Must I tell you? Do you want to think about it?
Wait, I'm confused with where we are now.
No, what happens if, let's say my investigation work and I find the lady and somebody hits her up and, you know, people are open to talk. What happens if I find out the reason? Do you want to know? Do you want to know? Because you said you want closure. Are you sure you want to know what the reason was? Are you shaking your head? Are you sure you want to know? Or does that mean you don't want to know?
I don't want to know it. I told you guys 4 years ago.
I want to know, because he involved us. He said he gave us permission.
Okay, so we're all in.
5th December,
but again, no information of people on the show.
Well, James, it's too late now. I mean, we're not obviously going to reveal her name, but we may have to tell the story. I mean, since you...
We're in the content game.
No, and people are involved now, James. You can't tell people half-baked stories. So, James, I'm giving you one last chance.
Is that your final
Now you must understand. Oh, Jeremy Maggs. Sorry. Option A was to not have me investigate. Option B was your WhatsApp was at dinner, thus you don't care. Option C, do the Robin Badger. And option D, oh boy. I see you've picked option D. Is that your final answer?
I don't know what half those options allow for me.
Let me put it to you in layman's terms. Deal or no deal?
That's it. James, make the call, because, James, if I find out, I'm going to tell the whole story. But I'm giving you, this is it, James. You can end the show now. Do you want me to find out who this lady is and get to the bottom of the story? Yes or no? Because then I'm telling the whole story. Now you have my intentions. Do you wish for me to proceed at this stage? Yes or no? Simple.
In sporting terms, the ball is in your court.
Yes or no? I don't need to hear your feelings about J-Lo and Alex Rodriguez getting divorced. I don't want to hear the whole spiel. Yes or no?
Okay, well, now that I know your intentions,
yeah,
not so much.
So, you see, that's not a no.
That's a no, not so much. No.
No, well, not so much leaves it, get me out.
It leaves the door ajar.
You know those poorly built houses where the wind whistles underneath?
You know what I think?
You know that door? Yeah, everyone has that door in the bathroom as well. You know that door?
Here's what we should do.
Yeah.
Here's what we should do. Okay.
No. Yes or no?
I gave you a no, and then I'm giving you a compromise.
No, there's no compromise. Because if I find out, you know those jelly bean machines? I'm taking a sledgehammer to it. All of the beans are spilling. Sledgehammer. I'm not even doing the 5 rand and you twist the thing.
And you did.
No, not me.
Shortcut.
Ngimdala ngingaka.
You're taking double ups, as Jacob Zuma would say.
Because listen, I know there's nobody I don't know in Joburg, and if I don't know the person, I have people who'll know, and then I'm telling the whole story because we're in content. James, I never do this. I don't give people. So I'm not a forgiving person. I don't give people second chances.
I know.
I don't give people second chances. I'm gonna ask you again, Mr. Ilse. At this point,
At this juncture,
we have come to a yes or no. If I find out, right, do you want me to pursue this matter further? Yes or no?
I didn't know you were gonna spill the beans on the show, so my answer is no. I don't want this on the show.
Case closed.
So no. Case closed. Let's focus on Robin. She needs help.
As my baby would say, gepeto. Gepeto. Not a fetish. Are we finished or we done?
Birdman.
It is Birdman. Sense of stable, you're electric. James, let that heart heal. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely when I... Do you know that song? Yeah, there's James crying. Bonnie Tyler. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll finish off on James's face. Let's just hold it on James's face. That is a man who is in so much right now. I mean, I know his lady watches the show as well. She is going to be asking questions because was there a crossover period now? That's maybe information she didn't know.
John Edward.
Imagine crossing over. Because the way he answered, I don't think she knew. You know, sometimes ladies want you to reveal everything from the past. Maybe James hasn't revealed this information. Go be.
Was Farga.
Yeah, it was Farga. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm MKT. That's James Ilsley. We'll finish off on the screen with him. This has been the MKT Show. And perhaps after this, both the MKT Show and James's lady are the hell out of here.